Saying what? Hey, it's the Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
And I'm Ron Bennington. Roller Coaster of Love. Remember, a girl was murdered in the studio, and you can hear her scream somewhere in the background. Listen closely.
It's hard to tell with everything that's going on.
That was the big rumor when I was a kid. A girl was murdered in the studio, and they just left it in the song.
Why? Why wouldn't they? Say what?
Roller Coaster. We need more. We need more happening in that song.
Roller coaster.
Hey, everybody. The $8 Million Man is here. Chris Stanley.
Hey, guys.
Who we did a DNA test on, and it has come back that he is the third Stengel brother. So congratulations, Chris.
Congratulations. This is huge for you.
Good company.
You're a Jew. Yeah. I think, doesn't their TV show start up soon?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
I told them, I was talking to Justin not too long ago, and I brought up and unmasked them, and he goes, who would care? And I go like this, me. And he goes, I don't know. I go, don't worry, I'm going to have my people hound you until you finally say yes. So, Chris?
Yes.
I don't know whether you watched the Defiant ones yet.
So the first episode.
But you know Jimmy Iovine stayed and called every single day to Trent Reznor until finally they got that deal done.
Right.
That's how I want you to be. You're the third Stengel brothers. Call your brothers.
Yeah.
I will call them. I'll finally reconnect with them.
Let them know you got $8 million. They'll fucking want to be friends then.
Hey, boys, look who's banked up.
Use that as an icebreaker. So I got $8 million coming my way.
All right, Spy Report. Somebody wrote to me and said that Opie was talking with New Jersey 101. No, but I don't think that could be true. I can't.
There's so many spy reports on this.
I know. Well, it'd be called New Jersey 101. And Sam was listening, and E-Rock started to sell all of Opie's stuff. And then Sam said, God, what the fuck? Why are you starting shit? And everybody was like, I didn't start shit. So Sam got Bonnie fired. And it's all being talked about online. And it's true. All of it's true. Don't say that I told you. But Opie was with Sherrod, and Sherrod was smoking marijuana. I know he was. I smelled it. It was skunk bud. He smoked skunk bud. And Sherrod had a big announcement, but then nobody came to his announcement, so he didn't announce anything. All right, I'll let you know if I hear more stuff, because I saw Paul in the hall, and Paul was talking to Roland, and when Paul went to the bathroom and took a poop, Sam went in there and just started breaking it up with a pencil. I don't know why he does that, but that's the rumor. And Jimmy was kissing a girl who wasn't. That happened. So those are the rumors. Spread them. Spread all the rumors as much as you can.
I believe every word of that.
Cavino and Rich tried to say, why can't everybody like us? Well, we do. What are you talking about? We do like you. Hey, it's my friend Maureen.
Hi.
Hi,
Thanks
Maureen.
for the cookies, baby.
Loved them.
Oh, good. Did anybody try the blueberry stuff?
They were
Loved.
so good.
Love, want us to open up a shop and make $1 billion?
Listen, this is exactly what I was calling about. I watched the Defiant ones. I am fired up now.
Good.
The way that Jimmy Iovine Forrest Gumped his way from one situation to the next.
Unbelievable.
Getting fired from sweeping. The next thing you know, he decides, I guess I'll work Easter. He's working with John Lennon. They're in matching T-shirts the next thing.
Crazy.
What's happening here?
He made
I'm
people his
thinking-
friends.
I need to bring my cookies down there. We get Vito to take pictures of various comedians and music guests eating them.
Look, I got the perfect name for your cookies. Beats.
Exactly.
Beats by Maureen.
Listen, I'm going to spread it around. I read Bonnie McFarlane's book. She used to make her own pumpkin ice cream that people would line up for. Listen, I've got the Forget about Chris's settlement. We're cooking now.
That's your investor.
That's our angel investor right there. The $8 million man is coming through for us.
Will you put $8 million into these cookies, Chris?
I don't know about $8 million, but I'll put some cash in.
How much would you put in if you get $8 million?
20 grand, maybe.
20 grand? We can't get a fucking business going, dude.
I feel like we can. I feel like we get the beginnings of the business.
This is why everyone hates you now. Mm-hmm. You changed, dude.
He's so different. He used to be so generous and kind.
He was great.
And humble, too.
Yeah.
Sit down. Be humble.
Chris, you were lining up you said a trendy lunch for us today.
We got a hipster lunch coming in the 2 p.m. hour.
Oh, you don't want to say what it is yet?
Not yet, no.
Because you forgot until the second.
No, I did not. No. It's
rock toast.
Say what?
Hey, Maureen, did you love seeing your girl in her beauty when she was with Jimmy Iovine?
Oh my God, yes, that was what really had me watching it, and I like the way that she made little English muffin pizzas for the guys.
Yes, she did. We lived on those. Stevie Nicks, and then finally she's like, I set him free. I was doing so many drugs. I did not want to.
It wasn't morally right to hold on to him.
Yes, it wasn't morally. I chose between the Coke and a billionaire, and I picked the Coke. The fuck?
Why not both?
I wrote a sad song about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's my business idea for you guys. We're just
I love it.
I love it. I've said this a million times. Cookies are the new cronuts.
You might have 20 grand coming your way, Maureen.
That's not enough.
Seriously, you're not even fucking in. You shut the door on
serious.
you.
Oh, come
you're
on.
out. You're shut out.
What about the rap label? Is that still happening?
Yeah. It's still happening. It's all happening.
Obviously, now that I fucking found Paperface.
I found Paperface.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as the industry is concerned.
Let's be honest, I'm the middleman. He discovers Paperface, but I delivered Paperface to you.
And let's face it, too.
So I want to cut.
Do you think Jimmy Iovine fucking found Eminem before he gave him the Dr. Dre? No. Mm-hmm. Somebody said, Jimmy, please, listen to this fucking white kid.
Also spoke with Paperface last night. He is 100% down for Comedy 101 if we want him.
I don't know.
Okay.
Just tell him to be around.
Okay, he will.
Say what?
I just fell down a roller coaster, baby. A woman was killed in the studio.
That makes it pretty clear when he says that.
And I don't even think like she was shot or anything. I think they acted like she was being strangled and, I can't remember.
Now, was the rumor that they did it for the purposes of the song?
You got to go to Snopes on this. Just put Roller Coaster Love in the Snopes and they'll tell you that it was a rumor, but they'll bring up the basic rumor.
Right.
I'm sure I trust Snopes. Here's the only two things I trust in life right now. Snopes and Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah. He's a straight shooter.
I'm so glad there's even an extra person that was in that meeting.
And I applaud his transparency.
You know what I'd like to see is this fucking emails from that goddamn Billary. When are we going to lock her up behind a wall?
Yeah.
Behind a transparent wall.
She had emails that she
Yeah, where are those
saw.
emails?
They weren't bad emails. They just were private. I don't understand.
Oh, by the way, if you go to, I started I wanted to get into social media because I see everybody's doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
Social media.
So, I've got an AOL chat room every night at 8 p.m.
Okay.
It's called Good Clean Fun with Ronnie B. It's moderated by me. So any kind of curse words or anything, boom, I just kick you out of the room.
You get booted for that.
3 times you're kicked off and then your computer turns off somehow. You'll be booted out of the room and then booted off AOL.
All right, there's multiple different, there's 3 different theories on the...
Just give it to me fast.
Okay. One is a cleaning woman was stabbed to death.
First of all, the fact that she's a cleaning woman, yeah.
Yeah, and was everyone in the studio at the time?
At least we know the engineer and producer were, because the mics were on. They don't leave.
They leave them on all night just to get ambient noise.
Yeah.
The next is apparently the song was recorded in the band's apartment and a woman was being killed by an intruder.
Come on. And they were just still playing?
Yes.
And
first of all, you can hear that could never be done in an apartment in the 70s.
All right, and the craziest one is, all right, the album cover, there's a naked woman on the album cover, and there's honey being dripped on her.
Yes, love that cover.
And she's on like fiberglass. So the rumor would be the honey fused with the fiberglass.
Come on.
Destroyed her like body, like her skin ripped off. So she bursted in during the recording of Roller Coaster, started threatening to sue the band. And then
killed her.
And then the band's manager stabs her to death right there in the control booth.
This is pretty intense rumor.
That is caught up with, there used to be a rumor that the lady from Goldfinger that was in Gold died from the paint.
Oh, really?
All that thing. There was always a rumor that someone died in a famous thing.
Yeah.
You know, the Wizard of Oz, the midget.
Oh, the midget hanging in the background?
Minnie. They're not called minis.
Oh. No,
that's cute.
Yeah, it is cute. I think you get like 14 of them for like $1.50 too.
I like minis.
Bump, 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 bump. Oh, we got a new sponsor I want to bring up today. Today's we're being sponsored by Burnt Toast. Mom, is something wrong with the toaster? No, honey, that's burnt toast. All right, so I don't know why I'm saying it's kind of in a weird place today, Chris. I guess nervous about your $8 million.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nervous.
I'm nervous about
We're all
it
nervous
as well.
because I feel like it's either $8 million or it's thrown out and I get thrown in. Fucking.
First of all, if it's thrown out, you're fired out here.
Why am I fired?
Because we were expecting that $8 million.
Yes, we felt like we could.
I want to be friends with a millionaire.
Yeah.
There's nothing more than I want to do than come in here Wednesday morning, lit up, hand you guys a couple of stacks. Fucking G stacks.
To fuck off. Say, why don't you say this to me when you hand me the fucking 15 G's? I always tip my whores and then walk out.
No, I would never say that.
And then I slowly just start to put the money in my pocket. Feeling bad, but doing it anyway.
Doing it anyway. It's $15,000.
And maybe that's all I want.
I'm just worried that you got Kramer's fucking lawyer.
Oh, God.
Jackie Styles?
What was his name?
I think Jackie Styles?
You know what I like about that name? Could work for a guy or a girl.
Yeah. Anyone could be Jackie Styles.
Jackie's a great name.
He was kind of a good lawyer. I mean, Kramer is one that fucked it up.
Where does Jack come from, John?
Jack comes from John, yes.
No, you just don't name your kid Jack.
Well, people do now, which is kind of annoying. But Jack is a nickname of John.
Yeah. That'd be like someone naming their kid Ricky.
Yeah.
Just leave it up to me if I want to be a Ricky.
This is Petey. Oh, his name is Peter? Nope, just Petey.
Petey's weird too, right? Petey's like, with a name like Petey, you're like, that guy don't give a fuck, man. Petey? He don't give a shit about anything.
Hey, I'm Petey.
What?
You ever hear the fucking bit Keith Robinson does on names?
Mm-mm.
I'm not going to say it on the air because it's his closing bit, but it's just the funniest shit I ever heard in my life. Like, I've probably seen him do it 15 times, and I fucking lay down on the ground laughing every single time. Bump, 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 bump. Bump, 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 bump. $8 million. Somebody who wrote this in, Jonathan wrote this in. Piss Stanley gets $8 million. Can we all play Centaur Tank?
What's Centaur?
Well, like Shark Tank, but you're a centaur, remember
right,
from before?
and then you choose what you're going to invest in our business.
And then he also puts hashtag, I'm going to knock you off your hooves.
Ow.
Hashtag Shark Tank. He's fucking beating you up.
Can you make me shart? Answer's yes.
Dude, I can't wait for that fucking $8 million.
You know,
I know, it's so exciting.
We're moving on up to the east side.
I hope this isn't jinxing anything, us talking about me spending the money already.
What's the lowest amount that you'll take in the settlement? His mom was blown up by a tank, run over by a bunch of fucking people. He'd like to have, then she got cancer after that and died. He'd like $8 million, please, for that fucking, for her bad day.
Yeah, and all the bad days afterwards.
Why do you get the money, though?
I'm the executor of her estate.
Now, here's the thing, though, Chris.
Yes.
Why don't you just build, like, a giant tombstone for her, like a fucking twin tower in marble? Because, really, you didn't suffer.
I was her caretaker. I was there. I was with her every day.
What was that, fucking $10 an hour? Says you right to suffer, baby. Says you right to be alone.
I'll put a giant steam pipe.
Yeah. Your fucking steam pipe play. We know what that means.
What?
We all know what that means.
All right. Well, you tell me that you've got an amazing video that came out this morning.
So, this is she's known on Twitter as Activist Mom or at Activist Mommy1.
Now, she calls herself Activist Mom?
Activist Mom.
Now, what does she activate normally?
I wasn't aware of her, before this, but what I gather from this is it seems like she's worried about, the kids.
Yeah, the kids
She's
are all
concerned about everything. And I would guess that she has a bit of a Christian lean, but I can't be so certain. But this is her taking some issue with Teen Vogue magazine.
I didn't even know there was a Teen Vogue.
Yes.
So this is exciting.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm the Activist Mommy. I cannot believe what this Teen Vogue piece of trash has printed in its June edition. They are teaching children 11 through 17, that's the target audience of this magazine, Teen Vogue. Children 11 through 17, how to be safely sodomized. Yes, they are teaching kids how to have anal intercourse. We should not be teaching children, period, how to have sex. Look at what's in this magazine for teenagers. Teaching kids how to masturbate here all about homosexual sex, gender fluidity. Oh, yeah. Lena and Grace Dunham, real role models for our teenagers. Parents, I am asking you to go to your local gas stations, your local libraries, and your local grocery stores and ask to speak to the manager or preferably the owner and demand that they remove Teen Vogue from the shelves immediately. These editors' brains are in the gutter. Now let's put their sales in the gutter where they belong.
Good one.
Teen Vogue is garbage.
And
the editors' minds are in the garbage. The authors' minds are in the garbage. Don't let your kids
garbage, it's a fire.
Garbage.
You shouldn't burn garbage.
If you agree with me, please like my page to be my friend and share this video with the hashtag #PullTeenVogue. Thanks and God bless.
Oh my God. First of all, I love this woman so much because she is like straight out of a John Waters movie.
Yeah.
Like all she's missing is the Baltimore accent. She's like, our children are being sodomized. Like that's just some John Waters shit. It's so incredible.
All right, number one, Teen Vogue. Chris Stanley has a new Jack mag. 2, am I crazy or is she fucking loony hot?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I call loony hot.
Yeah.
That whole thing of fucking ripping shit up
She's
and burning
crazy,
it. I just want to see her do that with either my briefcase or something that matters to me, you know? All your shoes are fucking burning at me.
Sexy.
She's so great. I mean, I love this so fucking. And the best part about this is there's no way to refer to her. I mean, Activist Mom, she's now Teen-Anal Mom. I mean, that's.
Yeah, she's Teen-Anal Mom. She is fucking amazing.
The best thing that could come out of this is people who support her and want to Google this search, just searching teen anal.
Yeah.
Then they're going to search that and go, actually, I changed my mind. This is pretty great.
All right, I
thought I didn't like teen anal, but I do. I do like teen anal.
I'm at Vogue Teen right now, Gail, and I'm going to click on it. It just says the shocker. I don't know what it means exactly.
That's in the gutter. Their minds are in the gutter. Burn them.
Burn, baby, burn. Burn, you fuckers. If you're like me, please give me a like.
And be my friend.
Be a friend. And RT my... Look, I don't even know about this stuff at all, but I'm going to get involved.
Yeah?
Please, if you want to help me, DM me right away at AOL. Ron at AOL. I got a chat room, good, clean fun, every night at 8 o'clock. Welcome to Good, Clean Fun. Remember, keep it clean. I have that, like, when I fucking copy and paste. I can just... But she's great.
I love her so much.
Like, look right here. She looks like a famous person. I can't even figure it out. Somebody could play her in a movie tomorrow.
She kind of looks like Amy Smart, I would say. That's what she looks like. Or Elizabeth Smart.
Which one?
Well, you were...
I get them confused.
Elizabeth Smart is the one who was kidnapped, right?
One was kidnapped and raped as a child. The other is a fine actress.
Yeah.
Look, there's Elizabeth Smart.
She does have smart eyes. She does. I would agree.
Other than that, you're going to be sued by the Smart Foundation.
You just said I want to Elizabeth Smart her.
All right, somebody said Wendy McLevin Covey from Bridesmaids. Let's take a look at her. Looks just like Elizabeth Smart to me. We'll be talking about this tonight in good, clean fun at AOL chat.
I'm going to
your
jump in
moderator.
Yeah, she's got similar vibes to her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's in the eyes.
It's all in the eyes.
She's got the eyes of a stranger.
In our Twitter profile, she says, I do it all because of Jesus.
Oh, that is nice.
Protecting those teen anuses.
Come on, dude. You don't have to say anus. We know what she was protecting.
Okay.
Sodomy. By the way, you don't even have to fucking teach kids anything about sex. They're right on it.
Right. They'll figure it out. This is just saying, hey, we know you're going to do anal. Here's how you do it safely. That's what the article is.
I will tell you this. When I was a kid, in my young teens, it was abstinence only because we were Catholics. You couldn't do it. You couldn't think about it. It couldn't be brought up. You couldn't look at stuff. So we weren't exposed to it all. And then we fucked in bushes like little animals.
Yeah.
You're not stopping them.
No, of
You're
course
not fucking stopping them.
And like, I don't have the numbers on it, but I know that I've read that, you know, in recent years, just the increase of sex education has also been the decrease of teen pregnancy. Of course.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, you look at guys like Vito and he'd rather stay home and jack off than fucking date.
Right.
Why is that,
true.
Vito?
It's not, I wouldn't rather stay home and jack off. It's always a good option.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're not a dater.
Yeah, I mean,
we need a new dater boy.
I can try to be the new dater boy.
The whole that's the thing.
Well,
that's the exact opposite of what women are looking for. I can try to be sexy. No.
I just can't promise you I'm going to get swipes on Tinder.
Dude,
Aww.
you fucking,
Chris
you don't
got
believe in
swipes?
yourself. Chris got swipes. He's with a beautiful Costa Rican right now.
You gotta have belief in yourself, Vito, all right, fatty?
Here's the thing. Maybe something will happen to your mom. Maybe you'll get $8 million.
No, I would prefer my mother.
How much
so
money
sweet.
though?
No, I would not give up my mother.
$1 billion.
No, my mom has done a lot for me.
So listen to this. That is not, she's done a lot for you.
I'll take out Leslie for $1 billion.
Stop it.
That's funny.
All right, look, this is what I want you to realize then. Every day, right? You're a billionaire. If you had $1 billion, you'd do it to save your mom. So you have your mom. You're a billionaire. Never fucking look around at anybody and envy them. You've got it. You've got what you want in life.
Leslie.
Yes.
And now I just got to get some swipes on Tinder.
No, you know, don't move past that point. Realize how lucky you are.
I am very lucky.
That fucking piece of garbage sitting next to you,
What's up?
he's got no parents.
I got nobody. I got no Leslie
You know why?
in my life.
Because there's karma. Stop grabbing the mic, Chris. Do you not hear it in your own headphones? You're an executive producer. You know what? He's doing it again.
He won't stop.
That was Vito doing that.
Hold on, a friend of mine's crabbing and wants to check in.
Wonder who it is.
Johnny, how they pinching?
Are they pinching today?
What are they pinching on? Chicken?
It'll be
Still chicken
it'll be
eggs?
pinching tomorrow. They'll be pinching because it's raining today.
Ah,
They don't pinch in the rain?
they don't pinch in the rain.
I did not know that.
It's a well-known fact. You don't go crabbing in
Day
the
after,
rain.
though.
What's that?
Day after.
The day
Day
after?
after
Because they'll be
rain?
hungry.
Yeah. And they want to pinch them. They eat through their hands or their claws.
Buzz?
He said, I didn't pinch anything yesterday.
Well, I'm going to look over at Jen. Do we think that Jen's ever eaten crabs in her life?
I love crabs.
Blue crabs?
I have a crab back.
Crab back? What the fuck are you talking about?
It's like the crab, like the back of the crab.
The back of the crab is the shell.
That's a whole crab.
No, it's called crab back. Let me show
Who
you.
calls it crab back?
When I ordered
Says crab back.
You mean a crab cake?
Wait, you say
No,
you order it
crab
as
back.
crab.
crab back.
Yeah, that's a crab. That's the whole crab. That's a
That's
picture
not
of a
even
whole
a blue
crab.
crab. That's a fucking Alaskan crab.
Nothing is called crab back. She says, when I ordered, that's what I said.
That's what they told. And then I asked my mom, and she was like,
that's the back of a crab.
crab.
That's the fucking under.
It's crab gut.
Ew. Why do they call it crab back?
Nobody calls it crab back.
Restaurants, when you order it, it's called
I've never seen crab back. Ever.
At any restaurant? That's crab back.
That's crab back. So.
Now, the lady will have a crab back.
Can I have some of the legs? No, just the back.
I'm being told it's a Dominican thing. Is that true?
I'm not Dominican, but I guess maybe Caribbean, I guess.
Really?
This is the first time I've ever heard someone not hear of crab back.
Well, first of all,
It's not making us feel bad.
you live in a place where you get blue crab.
I've never
Real
had blue
crabs,
crab.
steamed crabs.
Oh, I've had, steamed crabs, yes.
You just eat the back?
Just
Obviously blue crab.
All right, now, see this crab here that's a walking crab?
Yeah.
There's its back.
right.
That's what you eat?
You're eating the fucking
What
belly.
am I eating?
You're eating crab belly.
You're eating just crab. I mean, it's only just like one main thing other than the legs. It's all just in the
so
same
confused.
place.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
She's going crazy Googling crab back. Crab back.
All right, Johnny. Well, enjoy your crab day, okay, buddy?
I'm going to just eat some backs. I'll be back later.
Hope they play Sweet Child, don't you, Johnny? Hope they play Sweet Child. You know what, Chris? When you get your money, you can just book them on your own. Probably.
Oh, yeah.
You, for 25% of your net worth, you could have them come and play in your apartment.
A short set.
Get a little patience, Stanley.
Well, they'll personalize too. That's awesome.
They'll do that.
Thanks, Axel. Axel, throw another $15,000. Throw my name in there.
She got hurt when the pipe blew up, but Stanley's getting paid.
Can you guys just parody all of your songs for me?
Dude, I hope they
A
don't
little
kick this
backstory
out.
of my life.
If they fucking kick this out and you get nothing, you'll fucking officially be a loser then.
It's all signs point to loser, but this is my one chance to fucking not be one.
This is literally your meeting across the river.
Yeah.
Okay? This is the biggest fucking thing that ever happened to you.
It is. In all 34 fucked up years. This is it. If they fucking go out, I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'll attack a judge.
I got a meeting across the river. Got a meeting with a man on the other side. All right, Chris, this is it for you Tuesday. Do you get your settlement, $8 million that you deserve?
Thank you, yes.
Or do they just Stanley your ass?
I hope I don't get Stanley.
Considering your name is Chris Stanley, we've decided to Stanley you.
You know what's really funny? You with $8 million will not be as content or know yourself as much as Vito with $0, Gus.
That's so sad.
He
That's really
knows-
sad when you think of it.
What? No, you know what? I see this in a lot of rich people. I go, why aren't their children happier? Why are their children so happy? Money really is not happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness is happiness, okay? Vito's found it with his mom. Jen's found it with her crab back.
They're so delicious. They're so good.
So good, isn't it? Crab back? We should exist it. Wish it was a real thing. Just in my mind.
I think I can find some piece of happiness with this $8 million if it comes through. I mean, that's, I think I can find something. I got a little piece.
What do you think is a worst? What is the worst scenario for Chris? 8 million, gone crazy off the rails, or broken Chris Stanley, realizing he has nothing from this? Which one leads to a darker existence for Chris Stanley?
I think anything less than $1 million crushes Chris Stanley. I mean, I think if he gets, let's say, 500,000, he goes through it so fucking fast.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's already gone.
And that'll really make him mad.
It's already spent. 500 grand is nothing.
Yeah.
You guys are getting a G each if it's 500 grand. Well, Ron,
dude, you drop me to,
1,500, Ron, 1,500.
You drop me to 1,500 and you'll be stabbed to death like roller coaster was playing.
Record this. No, don't stop the recording. We can use this.
Say wow!
roller coaster. Oh my God! Perfect. Good screams. Do you guys ever see that Philly John Travolta movie where he plays the sound engineer?
No.
Let me get the fucking name of that. It came out in the early 80s. Something Bent. Is it Benta Bent? I believe is the name of it.
Blowout?
Blowout. That's it. There's no Benta in it at all. Don't read anything about it, Chris. Don't do anything with it.
Touch it.
It's a Philly movie. He plays a sound guy for the movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to tell your asses.
Like a Foley artist?
He's a Foley artist. And he goes out Foley artisting, and something happens, and he's the witness, but the clues all come from the sound thing. The director is the guy, he made all the early crazy movies.
Brian De Palma.
Yeah, the great Brian De Palma. I'm going to say that. A lot of people are like, hey, you're just trying to be fucking Hitchcock. Well, who else are you going to try to be if you're Brian De Palma? Nobody? Oh, I'll just fucking ignore Hitchcock? No.
It didn't even happen.
Yeah, you're going to try to make your own Hitchcockian movies. I saw a thing on fucking Cary Grant, a mockumentary. Cary Grant. I don't know why people even liked him. He was so fucking weirded out.
Really?
There was nothing charming about him. He was paranoid and weird. He had to take hundreds of fucking trips. He took acid trips, right? With a fucking shrink next to him and a blindfold on and just going deeper into his mind instead of going out and trying to enjoy the beach or something.
Sounds like a nightmare.
What is that personality type? Like paranoid schizophrenic?
All right. If you want to call him that, I'm not one to put other people in boxes or even a singular Bach. Roller coaster. All right, here's a bit on the... I'll just say it off the thing. Let's suppose you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to bring yourself here to work, right?
Okay.
You're going to have a little lunch for yourself. Like, it's going to be a long day. I better pack a PB&J.
Mm-hmm.
What are you wrapping in, Jen?
Like aluminum foil.
Aluminum foil. Yeah.
Ziploc bag. I put in a Ziploc bag.
Like a plastic Tupperware thing.
I would use a Ziploc bag, a plastic Ziploc bag.
Only one of you are correct, and it's Jen. It goes in aluminum foil.
Oh my God, I didn't expect to be right.
This is starting to make me wonder about crab back.
Some people are saying they call it crab back because you put the crab back in your shell.
Oh, interesting. It's not the back of...
It's not the back of the shell.
Why do they call it crab goes back?
All right. So, Jen, take us all the way down to the bottom. There's a long article written, I think it's Taster Magazine, about this. Let's see if we agree.
Okay.
Well, now, the foil thing is kind of surprising to everybody but Jen.
Yeah, I would never
put it in.
My mom always used to do that.
Yeah, no, but she also always used to have a juice for you that she wrapped in foil. All right, let's get the major points, Jen.
So you have to spread it evenly. Don't only cover the center part of the bread with...
Agreed.
Yes, spread to the edges, as they say on Baby Driver.
And then second is use preserves, not jam or jelly.
100% agree.
And I would put in this order preserves, jam, jelly as my preference. I'll take a jam over a jelly. Like, I almost never make a peanut butter and jelly.
Jelly is something for a child.
Yeah.
It's not for the adult palate.
90% of the time what I'm making is peanut butter and jam sandwich because I never have jelly.
Now, what flavor for you?
Okay, so I feel like I get strawberry because that is the preference in my household. However, I love grape jelly. Like grape jam.
Then you're not, first of all, grape should be left off the table. That's something for a 4-year-old. 2, your household is correct. It is a strawberry preserve as number 1. Number 2, I guess raspberry preserve if you don't have anything else. Chris, what do you have?
Strawberry. I always go strawberry jam.
Jam, not preserve.
Not preserves.
You're doing it the wrong way. Vito.
I've only ever done grape.
Grape jelly, not grape jam.
Jelly. I've never, I don't even know what a preserve is.
It has chunks of fruit in it.
Oh, okay.
It seems like most of the time your mom's just putting some the gravy from the fucking spaghetti. Hey, Rita, I got this for you. Go ahead.
Tomatoes are fruit.
Yeah. Have it nice, It's all nice on there. All right? I toasted it with some garlic. What about you?
Strawberry jam.
Really? I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Okay, let's go to the next one.
So the third thing is blueberry is a sucker move.
Of course. That's the suckers.
I will say though that I do like an apple butter.
Oh, disgusting.
Peanut butter, apple butter is probably like my favorite.
I would have thought that the apple butter would replace peanut butter.
No, the apple butter replaces the jam or jelly.
This is shocking to me.
Well, yeah, it's like sweet consistency.
Maybe I don't know what apple butter is. Now
It's pretty much like apple jam.
Okay, I wasn't.
I don't know why it's called butter. It's not, but it does look like more like a jam.
This is apple butter. Oh, it does. It's, yeah.
Yeah.
That's something.
I love it.
That's something for elderly people. That's something that
I do have like an old lady's palate.
Seriously, that's something that Jimmy Cagney's mom would have made for him to go to school with. All right, give us the next one.
So you have to cut your sandwich diagonally.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Chris?
I do down the middle, not diagonally.
I'm
You
surprised.
do it down the middle?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm diagonal.
Now, Chris, I would have guessed that you just don't cut it at all.
By the way, that's the most.
Actually, yeah.
No, let's just stop that. That's the most disgusting thing in the world to me. I hate people that don't cut their sandwiches.
Me too. It's really weird. But I always do diagonal, no matter what. If I'm making a sandwich on that shaped bread, diagonal every time.
I feel like, all right, if you're making a sandwich, say a grilled cheese or a B&J, by yourself in your home, there's no reason to cut it in half.
What do you mean?
Flavor.
What, really?
Yes.
Yes, and you're getting like that access to the middle section, which is great.
But you get to the middle section regardless.
I know,
Yes,
but it
doesn't get oxidized. The air doesn't touch it. This isn't a bum saying this. This is fucking Taster's magazine.
Also, I like that he says in the privacy of your home. Like, yeah, I don't want to look like crazy to the general public, but when I'm alone, I eat the sandwich whole.
When I'm in a restaurant and I order a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, of course I slice it.
Like, what is he talking about?
Like if I were to have company and I made a bunch of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I would cut them down the middle and I would hand them out.
First of all, you sound like a kid toucher. What company are you making? What company would you make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for? Fucking disgusting.
By the way, I had a cousin. She was like an older cousin, so she was almost like an aunt, and she used to babysit my brother and I when I was a kid, and I was so fascinated by this and obsessed watching her make a sandwich every day. She would make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then for hers, she wouldn't cut it. For mine, she would cut it diagonally. And then for my little brother, she would cut it in 4 pieces. So by age, it was either 1, 2, or 4 pieces. And I used to just watch it like fascinating. It's really incredible.
Well, when you're little, you need a little thing to hold on to.
Right. So because he was smaller, she made his into 4s. And I thought it was the coolest thing.
I remember being a little aced. It's a little tiny baby home from the hospital. I am, all right, now, this is an important question. Peanut butter, chunky, smooth. Chunky or smooth? Stanley, I'm going to you first.
My entire life, I went smooth. Now I'm a chunky boy.
Oh my God.
Yes, that is true. Gail.
Now, this is, again, in which I am a victim to the patriarchy. I like chunky, but the house rules is smooth. And so I'm eating not my favorite top PB&J all the time. And that's women for you. You know what I mean? You let the man control your home. I'm getting the fucking chunky bag.
You know what? I've got an idea here. It's not an expensive thing. Why don't you have one of each?
Even he brought that up. He's like, rather than us discuss this every time how you've given everything up for me, maybe you could just buy 2 peanut butters. I'm like, no, it's fine. I'll have the smooth. God, I miss the crunch.
A lot of people will have 2 different flavors of cereal.
I mean, when I was in my early 20s, I was eating chunky all the time. Now,
Vito?
I go creamy.
Creamy is even
is that different than
watery.
smooth?
It's watery almost.
It's like Skippy has a creamy one that I prefer.
Yeah. Oh.
Skippy? Oh, we didn't even get into that.
No, that's the wrong kind. You're doing everything wrong.
Sorry, Eric, what do you want to say?
What did choosy mothers choose?
What did Eric want to say?
Why doesn't somebody else run the phones for him?
We have 2 people running phones.
Why did he fucking turn around and say, Eric, what do you want to say?
I'm not sure.
All right.
Eric from New Jersey or something.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say to you is why don't you let these guys fucking handle it instead of you doing both?
And then I can hear you in the mic. Eric,
I'm sorry, this asshole won't fucking leave me alone. And he's got a problem with Creamy Jif or Skippy. Skippy is fucking, ugh.
It's garbage. You go Jif for nothing.
I don't know if it's nothing.
I mean, I'll have something, please.
I'm on a plane.
I'll definitely
I'm on a plane right now. I will eat. All right, Jen, what about you?
Crunchy. I like
I'm
crunchy.
surprised that I'm happy, Crabback. you came through for me. I don't even understand some of these things people are doing. Skippy? Why don't you just get fucking Peter Pan and just give up on life?
It was just what I grew up on, so I'm used to it now. I do like a good GIF every now and then.
When I was a kid, I loved Peter Pan, and I begged my mom, please can we get Peter Pan peanut butter, and she bought it for me once, and I was like, all right, you're right. Jif is correct. I was just tempted by the packaging. You're right, it was stupid. I made a mistake.
All right, I'm going to ask you this very quickly. If you're having it on crackers, right? Is it just peanut butter for you, or you do peanut butter and jelly?
I do just peanut butter.
I do peanut butter and jelly with a topper, so it's like a mini crunchy sandwich.
Oh, you mean you put it on, you don't eat open?
No, I don't eat open face. I do one side has peanut butter, the other side has jelly. I marry them together into a mini crunchy PB&J.
I think I despise most open face things. I just feel like, why are we doing this?
Other than the tuna melt, I agree.
Well, even the tuna melt, they'll make them where it's got a top.
Yeah.
Some of the more advanced places.
This is highly advanced.
Peanut butter crackers or peanut butter and jelly crackers?
Just the peanut butter.
Yeah. And Vito?
Peanut butter and jelly crackers.
Because I think most people are like, oh, no, I would not think of putting jelly on it. You do yourself a little favor by doing that. And you don't want to put a lot on. You don't want to squirt in the liver. Yeah.
Like, I have a problem even spreading jelly in general or jam or whatever. I feel like it's always uneven, and I feel like I fuck it up every time.
You're a grown man, okay? Do you realize that most people your age have been back from Afghanistan?
This is also a man who was baffled by the idea of buttered toast. He was just like, I could never master it like they do in the diner.
I like a lightly toasted piece of toast with some nice soaked butter.
Yes, and fully melted
Why can't you master fucking jelly? Are you trying to put it right on the cracker or the bread?
Yeah, exactly.
No, you put it on the peanut butter, you dumb fuck.
Holy shit!
Yes.
That's brilliant.
It isn't brilliant. This is a known fucking fact. It's like teaching how to breathe.
Now,
wait, so people don't fucking put the jelly on the bread?
No one does.
I've been doing this wrong my entire fucking life.
That's only one of the things you've been doing wrong your entire life.
Now, what about, I'm going to throw this out there, natural peanut butter, yay or nay?
Sometimes I'm being forced into it for health reasons, but I don't even consider that peanut butter. If I'm really honest, yeah.
In my old age, it is my preferred.
Yeah, well, a lot of things happen like that.
Again, old lady taste. Yeah. I like my natural peanut butter and my apple butter.
If it's good for you, it doesn't taste good, and I get forced into that from time to time. But I know the difference in my mind. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, this doesn't have any added sugar.
Yeah.
So why would I eat this? The sugary part I like. Chris, natural peanut butter?
Hell no. I don't think I've ever even had it.
What? Come on.
No, how would he? No man goes out and buys it for himself. He doesn't have a woman in his life.
Oh, really?
He's never had it.
Vito?
I don't like the natural where you have to, like, mix the oil, but, like, Whole Foods will sell a natural one that's just, like,
pre-mixed.
It tastes like sawdust, though.
Oh, come on. Jen?
Well, yeah, I don't like the peanut butter, the natural kind, but I do like almond butter.
Oh, yeah, I love almond butter. Drop that shit in a smoothie? So good. You got yourself a meal.
I feel like almond butter is going around George Washington Carver. I just feel like it's racist to have almond butter because he wasn't allowed to work with almonds, only peanuts. The black man couldn't work with the almonds in those days. They'd be like, what are you doing over there, boy? Those almonds are for white people. And he goes, all right, I'll do something with a peanut. What about your guy that used the word boy the other day, your fighter?
Yeah, Conor McGregor, he kept calling Mayweather boy. Dana White's pissed at him, and the media's pissed at him. He says it isn't racist, it's more of an Irish thing. You gotta say, like, up front that it could be an Irish thing. But once it's pointed out to you and you keep doing it, you know what I mean?
You gotta drop it.
Then you're like, I don't give a fuck. But then he said, hey, I'm black from the belly button down, as a way. And oddly, no one feels better about that.
It's weird.
He also, the thing he said about Rocky III pissed a lot of people off. When he was asked if he could beat Rocky III in a fight, he said, I don't know, which one is that? Is that the one with all the dancing monkeys in the gym? And there were no dancing monkeys in that movie.
Just black people in the gym?
Just black people.
He's a fucking Irish racist. I mean, the Irish are the most racist. And I'm saying that growing up in an Irish neighborhood.
I mean, they're garbage people.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're the lowest of the low.
They're on like a 4-city press tour right now, though, just for the fight this week.
Yeah. The fact that there was a potato famine and the whole fucking place starved lets you know that they don't have any backup plans at all.
Just had this one potato thing going for us. So we got all
we didn't know. We didn't know. Bump, 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 bump. Zach in Pittsburgh.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Love the show.
Hey.
Love the show. I've been laughing the whole time listening to this little back and forth with the peanut butter and the jelly, but where I come from, it depends all on the bread. And he had mentioned a comment that he couldn't spread jelly or jam. Jam, it spreads very evenly across the bread. If you use a nice artisan bread or Italian bread,
first of all, where are you from that you talk about bread?
I'm from Pittsburgh, and I grew up with an Italian mother that always baked a lot of her breads and always found like the best breads around.
I will tell you this. I've never been as disappointed in bread anywhere in my life as I was in Pittsburgh.
Really?
I haven't been there a long time. But their famous fucking sandwich.
Yeah, the Permanis.
Terrible bread.
What's the bread like?
Sliced the wrong way. It's very soft. It's not like a nice hoagie roll. And instead of fucking cutting it where you get crust on the outside, they cut it a different way so you get white on the outside.
Oh, that's
it's
very strange.
Fucking horrid for a sandwich.
That's great. Good for you. That's great. I like it.
But I think it's nice that that you think about it. That's good. Maybe you can push this city ahead. Please do.
It's hard. There's too many Yinzers here to push anything through.
Well, the Yinzers are leaving fast, and the hipsters are coming in, like a lot of cities now.
Yep.
When you get into Pittsburgh, there aren't a lot of people that were born in Pittsburgh anymore. But then you go to Florida, Arizona, and all kinds of people are from Pittsburgh. The same as with San Francisco. They said there's not a single person who lives in San Francisco who was born in San Francisco.
It's the Brooklynization of this whole country.
Yes. It's the fact that we raised an entire generation of young white kids who wanted to live in cities. This hasn't happened in like 50 years, where the white kids would go, I want to live in a city,
Right. And that they're kind of interested in self-care, and there are like specific interests that then in those cities then cater to the things that they like.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right about that. They don't adapt to the culture of the city. They adapt to their own youth culture, which we have now, which apparently is craft beer.
Mostly.
Really fantastic homemade pickles.
So good. These pickles are great.
They really are.
That's because we made them at home.
Yeah. I started my own business, my own pickle making business, along with my craft beer business. And I import coffee. It's a gigantic change to culture that we're all living through right now, that at first people thought was small, but it's now been adapted by the corporate culture. So it's going across the country incredibly fast.
Yeah.
I just saw a thing where McDonald's is like spinning, trying to figure out ways to appeal to people. Even for 50 years, they just had to, this is how they appealed to people. McDonald's. That's what they had to say. Hey, come to McDonald's.
We have cheeseburgers here.
And now they're like, well, we're going to get an app so you don't have to spend all that time in line. And you're like,
I thought it was fast food anyway.
Yeah, it was like.
It's already ridiculously fast.
You're saving me like 20 seconds at most. They don't know what to do because, and there was a thing that a lot of the old brands are in trouble.
Really?
Because the young people haven't picked up. But stuff like that's been around forever, like Budweiser. You know what I mean? Budweiser was the number one beer for.
Do you think that it not being popular has to do with just it being a chain, or it has to do with health, or what do you think it is that people are like, they don't want like cheap food, like cheap garbagey kind of food, or is it that they're just like, this is a health thing?
I would probably say all of the above, but you have to remember there's people spending every minute of the day trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that they haven't probably meant there was a lot of reasons. Here's my guess. Because there's less money to spend, right? So you're not being defined by your house or your car.
Mm-hmm.
You're being defined by, this is my unique choices that I make. That's my guess.
Right.
That you're saying, this is who I am. I'm not somebody who just walks into a store and grabs the number one selling thing. I know a guy who knows a guy, right? So it used to, like I said, it used to be cars. Now all cars pretty much look the same, you know? Jay Leno does this show. I find it amazing because even I didn't realize how many different cars have been on the roads in this country. It's just fascinating. And all the way up until like the last 20 years, maybe you could even say it's longer than that. But the fact that you look on the road and every car looks somewhat the same now, even the same colors. You know what I mean? Like, we're not even doing different colored cars.
No.
Why wouldn't somebody think a lime green car might sell to the same kind of people who buy crazy fucking sneakers?
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's like, I feel like those metallic colors, like the silver, champagne, those like two, like it's just like all cars are just like that for the most part. Like if you're going down the road, it's like white, silver,
black.
That's pretty much it.
Weird.
And yet, sneakers couldn't be more different.
Yeah.
So sneakers, in a lot of ways, are the new car. Where men used to sit around talking about cars and bore me to death. Now they sit around talking about sneakers and bore me to death.
Technology is the same way. Like, I think like there's more of an interest in having a visually pleasing piece of technology, phone, tablet, you know what I mean?
But I feel like that was almost more 8 years ago than it is now. Like the phones aren't changing.
Right.
Like 8 years ago, there was a lot of pressure on what kind of fucking phone you have. You know, what are you doing? Look what my phone does. And people would be showing each other. Now I never see anybody showing off their phone to someone else.
Right. Probably because 90% of people just have iPhones.
Yeah, everyone has either an iPhone or an Android phone.
But you're not even showing off apps to each other. No. Like I went through it felt like a couple of years where people were just constantly showing me a new app they had. And they're going, look, I point this out there and the name of the store pops up. And I'd be like, oh, that's fucking weird. You use it?
Not really.
Right, I use it right now.
I do have it.
But I feel like the technology thing has somewhat slowed. Like we're waiting for the next big what the fuck.
Yeah.
I thought it was here with that.
The VR?
Yeah, with that VR. Kyle got mad at you for saying VR is over and that it's up by 40%. But up by 40% when you got, 0% of the fucking thing doesn't matter that much. It's not over. You know what I mean? It's not in the mainstream. You have to admit to that.
And so a lot of stuff isn't being marketed towards it. You see, I guess PlayStation put out a VR headset, but I don't know anyone who owns one.
When non-technical people get it, that's when it changes the culture. There's always going to be people that are interested. Like back in the early 80s, people would just build their own personal computers or they buy an Apple and then fucking do all these things to it. And Apple was like, okay, well, then we'll do that for other people. That's what it's all about, you know?
Right.
But when it comes on to where everyone is doing it, you know, that's when it changes the culture.
It's really it's plateaued. Like people Apple tried to put out the smartwatch. Samsung did too, and that came and went. Like I know a few people had it.
Didn't catch on.
Yeah.
Did not catch on. But I agree with you. It's plateaued, and we consider this part of just, you know, a phone is now a necessity. It's not something that you fucking like. You know what I mean? You have to have it.
It seems like the new focus, too, is also like the Alexa, Hello, what's the Hello Google or whatever?
Digital assistants or basically artificial intelligence is what like
but what's
Facebook
the other one that's not Alexa?
Okay Google.
Okay Google.
Or Google Home.
Yeah.
It's basically Alexa, but Google makes it. It's just personal assistance and artificial intelligence. They call it like the Internet of Things. That's what the term for it is. And that's like connecting appliances and your home, making your home so you can talk and it'll do shit for you.
It doesn't feel like that's something people even want, though, does it? I mean, I'm sure it'll happen that way.
Yeah.
You know, like when I heard the Dish where you just go, I don't need a clicker anymore, I just talk. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Right.
You know? But I don't know if that's as game-changing. I don't know if the Alexa is going to be as game-changing.
I did the update to my iPhone where it hears you when you say Siri's name.
Yeah.
Just like covered my thing. And I have to undo it because sometimes if I'm talking and I'll be like, seriously? It'll just be like, yes, what do you need? And I'm like, wait, no, I decide I'm not talking to you.
Do you ever have it just start typing for you? Like,
yeah,
it types up your whole conversation.
But if I just like say, hey Siri, it'll pop. It just went on.
Just did it?
Yeah. But my phone is on silent.
We can't have this conversation.
See, this is awkward. She's always listening.
We can't have this conversation. Bum, 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 bum.
Well, everything's always listening to you. I think Samsung got into trouble because they had a TV they put out earlier this year that in the fine print was there's always a microphone on. Because it was a smart TV that can go online with or whatever. So it was always listening to.
Wait, what is this?
That's what got Nixon in trouble.
Yeah.
Wait, which one is this?
A Samsung smart TV that there was a mic on and it was always listening to you. It's fucking weird and scary.
God.
So, and really,
just thinking now how many cameras you have in your fucking house looking around, whether you know that they're on or not. That's what they're telling you. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? What am I going to do? Somebody going to see me in my house?
Yeah, I knew someone who like taped over all the things, and I thought that they were kind of crazy. And then like maybe a year or two later, I found out like that was a thing, and people do hack into that, and people can access your fucking phone or your iPad.
Yes.
And I was like, wait, I thought he was a crazy person.
They showed the guy who owns Facebook had a fucking tape over his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Zuckerberg.
That can't be it.
Silly.
That's a dumb name. No one's name is Zuckerberg. Do we need to break, Chris?
Yeah, we should break.
All right. It's the Bennington Show, and this is a Friday. I'll be out tonight. Nobody wants you to know about it, but I'll be out at the Stand with a hell of a lineup.
Tonight's Big J. Okerson, Ari Shafir, Chris Stefano, Jim Florentine, Rich Voss, Ben Bailey, Ron Bennington, and more.
I'm going to be hosting that show tonight. I think I'm hosting tomorrow night, too. But that's an unbelievably strong lineup.
That's awesome. That's an awesome show.
And I hope Ben Bailey brings his cab. He bought that cab.
That is so great.
Yeah. All right, so we'll break back. Oh, we never plugged this all day today. We had a fuck up. We were supposed to run this at 2 o'clock. Instead, we don't even plug it. If you go to the iBang, you can hear us do that street jokes. I cannot believe an hour of the show went by and we didn't plug it once. We'll be right back. This is Bennington.
Bennington, Raw Dog Comedy, Sirius XM 99.
We're back from commercial break. It's the Bennington Show. Again, if you want to hear us do street jokes, there's only one way to do it. Go over to the iBang. The iBang, and we've got it up on a SoundCloud. We did not believe it was technically good enough for the air, hence the SoundCloud. We forgot to plug it today, because we've got a lot on our minds. Chris Stanley, the $8 million man, could be turning things around for all of us.
Every month.
Dividing that 4 ways.
What?
Everybody getting paid. Bill in Michigan.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Got a spy report.
Spy report.
Spy report.
I think I have a spy report.
Spy report.
Hugh Hefner, gone, age 91. We lost him.
Hugh Hefner at age 91 is the latest person who's part of a Facebook hoax that's died. So no truth to that.
You gotta be kidding me.
No truth to that rumor whatsoever. If I was going to say anything to you, Bill, I'd say you got had, you got played, they made a clown out of you.
You have egg on
my
your
face is red.
Yeah. Always, when you see something on Facebook that is supposed to be factual, check it to make sure it's not fake news. And check to see what happened to those 30,000 lost emails of Hillary Clinton. She met with the Russians, and she started trouble with them, and she used her own server. And she doesn't care about us, and she wants to let Arabs come in through the Mexican border.
What is the point of starting those, like, Hugh Hefner is dead? Somebody just is like, you know what, I'm going to get a little something going.
Yeah.
Like, what does that person gain out of that?
It's a great question. I'll answer it quickly. You get to be a cool guy. You know what I mean? You get to be a really cool guy who started a rumor.
Yeah, but then immediately people find out that you're not a cool guy. You just get like 30 seconds of being a cool guy.
Let's suppose you all believed my Hugh Hefner is dead rumor that I started.
Mm-hmm.
And you all went and told your friends, and you ended up looking like a clown, like this fucking Bill from Michigan did, right? Yeah. Come back to me and I'll be a cool guy. Right, so say something to me.
Like, hey, you know that thing that you told me about Hugh Hefner? It's not even true. He's not dead.
Oh, thought he was. And that's the penalty that guy takes. Oh, really? All right. No harm, no foul then.
I told all my friends Hugh Hefner's dead.
Yeah.
But he's not. I feel nothing? I look like a moron.
Yeah, I guess you do. Here's the thing. You believed me.
I did, because I trusted you.
Because we didn't think you would lie about something like this. So specific.
Chris, do we need to set up a new paper system with plugs?
Yeah, there has to be a new system, I believe. Or just reminder system for the paper plugs.
Paper plugs.
Paper plugs. All about them paper plugs.
Mac Boy, Long Island.
What's up?
Hey, man.
Yo. So I just wanted to catch up. I met Ronnie. I met you and Gail over at the Von Voss Comedy Roast.
Oh, what a night, huh?
Yeah, that was awesome. I was pretty much in awe.
The Comedy Stars came out that night, my friend.
It was sick. It was sick. I mean, it was swinging. It was insane. So, Gail, the most impressive thing was you of the night for me. I was blown away. I wanted to say so many things to you and Ronnie, but Chris, I miss you, the $8 million man. I miss you that night. Sorry, bud.
He doesn't support other people's
in the
shows.
back, maybe?
No, he doesn't support other people's shows.
If he doesn't produce it, he's not there.
I had so many plans to say so many great things, and I saw Gail and was blown away and lost all my courage.
That's okay.
So,
You're going to see us again, Mac Boy. We'll see you at other shows.
Time.
Yeah.
It's not a one-night thing.
And we'll both just be open and say what's on our minds.
Tonight I've decided when I go to the stand, and Chris, read off the list of comedians I'm hosting tonight.
Big J. Okerson, Ari Shafir, Chris DiStefano, Jim Florentine, Rich Voss, Ben Bailey, and more, hosted by Ron Bennington.
That's all A-list comedians, right?
Incredible.
Here's what I'm doing. I'm not getting off the stage at all tonight. I'm staying up there. If they want to come up and sit next to me, that's up to them. But I'm going. One of my Bennington rants.
And he's not an easy laugh.
No.
So he'll just be sitting up there.
I'll be like, seriously, Ari? That's your idea of a joke?
With his arms crossed.
Yes. Oh, the difficult laugh. All right, Mac Boy, we'll see you soon, okay?
Bye, Mac Boy.
I got one more question and a comment.
Yes.
Chris, are you going to upgrade any modifications with your big money? New eyes, new ears, something like that?
That'd be a great idea.
I never thought of plastic surgery with this money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But maybe,
cinch up that stomach.
No, that's what I'm here for, the ideas. Gail, I want to make one prediction for you.
Okay.
5 to 10 years, Gail is going to be a radio superstar. She's going to be a model. Unbelievable. Gail, you're just stepping into your beauty, Gail. I can't wait to see you. In the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to be amazing.
Well, let me tell you, this is how modeling works. 1, the older you get, the better. And 2, be as short as possible. And that's how you make the big bucks at modeling.
Models age like wine. That's the important thing for modeling.
I mean, models just get hotter and hotter and hotter.
For me, the perfect model has a leathery neck. That's what I look for in a model. Who's the hot model right now? Who is the number 1 model in the world?
Bella Hadid.
Why would I ask you instead of Jen? I have, seriously, the sloppiest boy in the world answers me instead of a young dish who follows all the dish news.
I know. She's the dish of this show. Bella Hadid. Let me tell you, me, model boy, I know everything.
Model boy. The only model I trust you is model trains.
Even then, he's going to break them.
Yeah. He does. He plays too hard.
I still have to supervise him.
He's too rough. Who's the biggest model in the world right now?
I would say Kendall Jenner. Probably the highest paid.
Chris doesn't know her because he's not on Instagram.
Oh, no shit.
I understand. I did not see it yet, but you said you put an Instagram pic of Chris up yesterday?
Well, it was an Instagram video that we put up. And this is, I guess that's like a Snapchat filter that was used. And Chris does not understand how it works. And you see the expression on my face when I realize how dumb Chris is.
All right, so where are you guys? You're out at a nice restaurant?
Yeah.
Wait, let's see this.
Well, you're behind. Your hand is behind us. Well, you're behind. Your hand is behind us.
So, he literally, okay, so Vito says your hand is behind him, so I can't see the dumb thing. He's trying to make a dumb, I'm jerking a hot dog thing off. And he actually moves his hand up and around like it is a physical thing. And my face when I see him do something so dumb that when this video ends, I'm crying, laughing, going, the hot dog isn't real, Chris. So what were you moving your hand around? I mean, the cuts, and then like afterwards, me and Vito and Jen are cracking up, and then Chris is just going, okay, right, so it was just like superimposed, as opposed to a 3-dimensional projection in between us. And I'm like, yes, like a fucking Snapchat filter.
Why didn't you lean over and act like you were sucking on it?
Oh, shit, I should have sucked it off. See, because I kept thinking it was like, in 3D space as opposed to just being superimposed over a fucking phone.
He looks like a fucking creep, too. You know who would love this? The other fucking attorney coming against you.
Please don't.
Because you look like a moron here. You look like you just got off the potato truck.
The mouth agape. He tried to move it around.
I was trying to look sexy.
Like, when you are using a Snapchat filter, do you then try to remove the sunglasses that they put on your face? No, I want to take these off now.
I got confused by the Snapchat filter.
Dude, why don't you blow one after the show today?
Oh, yeah. Happens. No problem.
Without getting anybody in trouble here.
Okay.
Not being sexually, whatever. God, you seriously have a look on your face like a Russian. Like a Russian who just got to the States. Look at him.
My face,
I hope you guys
see the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I hope you guys weren't eating hot dogs while you were fucking doing a hot dog cartoon.
No.
It's awful. Chris, I got to put you with a life coach, somebody that maybe help you a little bit.
I would love that because that's what I need.
Where can I get a life coach? One who understands meditation, yoga.
Oh
my gosh, it's me. It's Crazy Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Yes, Jen.
How you doing?
I'm nervous.
No, man, I gotta set things straight for you, man, because I'm a little worried about you. Okay?
Okay, tell me.
All right. I went to go see some Tibetan monks, right?
Okay.
And, yeah, for real. And what they said is the body keeps score, okay? So think about this. So, like, your body's meant to move, right? Yeah. And, like, in the 50s, the farmers were farming and shit, and they lived to be 100. Now everybody's on technology, and they're getting all revved up, and they're not going anywhere. So all this disease and stuff is coming up because the energy is there, but the body's not moving. So what your thing is, you're talking about you want this money, but you're so fast to give it away. And these monks will sit in these caves for months and do nothing.
Lazy.
And be totally happy.
Yeah. But what do you like better?
All right, I'm sorry.
Jen, let me ask you. What do you like better? These monks or these nuts?
I like these nuts on these monks. I like these nutty monks.
So but they
made some like Gail.
Yeah.
When you're on your texting, right?
Yes.
How many times do you look up?
Personalized it.
How many times do
when they talk to you?
Never.
When people talk to you?
Never. She never does.
I think I do.
She just pays attention to that text machine.
I don't.
And they don't and that's what happens is people, that's why they created emojis.
Yeah.
So true. I love emojis.
Yeah.
Where do you see the emoji movie starring T.J. Miller? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now.
So when you want, I'm sorry.
Well, what about me? I'm constantly in my room playing with my Atari.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you playing that?
I listen to my CDs.
Ronnie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something too, okay? I know you're the prince and everything like that.
Thank you.
But you doing stuff wrong too, brother. Because you need to stay and you surround yourself with music and talking and people, and never quiet. No, anybody can never be quiet. I'm trying to
do it right now.
I'm trying to say you don't shut the fuck up.
No, not you, but the people.
Jen, I would love nothing but quiet right now.
But you, I don't know, but people can't do it, and then they deplete you, brother. And then how do you fill your coffee cup in the morning?
With coffee.
You can't. No, because people want to suck it dry.
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is...
People are going to evolve in 20 years into all thumbs and big eyes, like cyborgs.
That sounds awesome.
Well, cyborgs don't have that.
But that's what's going to happen. Because you see the models right now, they have these big eyes, and people are like, oh, they're hot. Because people like aliens are starting to get attracted to that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You think about that shit, it's deep.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like,
look, I want to say something to people. Get away from the MTV for a couple of minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get out there.
And nobody creates. Because, Chris, everybody wants everything handed to them.
Chris does,
and they see that,
Chris.
I
want to hand it.
I deserve this. This is mine. I'm going to spit in your face.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And so there's no breathing and there's no thinking. It's just rush judgment.
Dude,
this is what I'm going to do.
It's like truth bombs being dropped on us by a fucking...
Seriously.
Yeah.
And to sit there and to say, you know what, Chris, I'm going to pause on your ass in a second and I'm going to come back to you.
Yeah, good.
That shit is hard.
I know it is. Why do you say that, Chris?
Why am I getting paused on?
On your ass.
On your ass.
But why can't you take a pause in life?
No shit, man.
Somebody else's perspective.
I'm doing nothing but pausing.
Chris. See through our giant
eyes. Why is it about you and your mom?
Because it is about me and my mom.
But can I tell you something, though?
No.
There are so many people that are dying of cancer right now on the streets, and they don't feel that entitlement.
That's
right.
right.
That's good if you get that money.
Yeah.
But why are you entitled?
He thinks he's entitled now.
I'm the executor of the estate, Jen. All right? I have
Stop acting like that's a really...
It's a good title that you like.
But why? But why should you get that money?
Why, man?
And why would that make you happy?
Yeah.
Because I like spending money,
Marley,
Jen.
Bro, I'm gonna give you one last quote, okay?
Yes.
Bob Marley, right? You know who Bob Marley is?
Yeah.
They asked him, they said, how much money do you make? And you know what he said?
What?
He said, what does it mean to be rich? He said, says, is it my money or the music that I produce? Like, you got some sweaty-ass clothes.
Yeah, he
so
does.
Is that going to make you less sweaty? Can you get some tan packs underneath your arms when you go over there? So
She is right about that. You're not going to sweat any less. By the way, what are you eating? Birdseed over there? You're putting the tiniest little things in your mouth.
Ew, it's probably his own fingernail, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And
Gail knows me.
Your girl got to stick her nose up your sweaty balls, too, and I know that shit don't smell good.
Well, no one's sweaty balls smells good.
Your girl don't. No, man.
Don't you bring her up, Jen.
No, let me tell you something. That's why they got Axe deodorant, because you got to fix your shit.
Well, when I get all this money, I'll buy all the deodorant I want.
You just need the one. Hey, man, even a whore has her price, man.
That's true.
Yeah, my price is $8 million.
It don't matter how much money you have.
That's fucking true,
if you don't
Chris.
get your shit together.
Listen, once that check comes in, once that check comes in, all my shit's gonna be together. Don't
Dude,
worry.
you know what you should do is fucking 8 million fucking acts of kindness, you know? Pay it forward a little bit, you know?
I gotta pay it forward myself.
You don't know how.
You know why, Jen? Because every kid wants a trophy these days, and they want their own email server to stop, you know what I mean? And there's a collusion going on, you know?
Ronnie.
Yeah.
Hey, Ronnie, can you do me a favor?
Flavor.
I want Vinny to come in there, right?
Okay.
And I want Vinny to tell Chris something like really, really personal about himself. And I want to see if Chris can sit there and shut his mouth and not nod or anything.
Okay.
And just listen. And I bet he can't.
Vinny.
Because it's all about him.
Vinny, do you understand that we want you to tell a true story to Chris, and we're going to watch Chris to see whether he nods or moves or makes about himself.
Can't say anything.
With
Can't
his
move a
sweaty,
body
fucking
part.
disgusting
Personal
balls.
story.
Why can't I just acknowledge the story and just tell it to me?
You can't. He's already failing.
Can't do it.
He literally is already failing.
I don't want to.
Because you can't do it. You can't shut your mouth and just listen to another person's perspective.
Jen, you can't shut your mouth.
No, make it about Vinny right now.
Now it's all about me.
Yes.
Why can't it be about you?
This is about Vinny. Let's fucking just focus on Vinny.
I just want Vinny to tell me about himself. That's all.
Yes, Vinny,
Vinny,
tell
start
him
talking.
something really personal and see if he can't make it about himself. Just shut his mouth and go, oh, well, my mom stubbed her foot and she had cancer.
Hey, shut your mouth, Jen, about my mother. She was a saint.
You're reacting. You're not supposed to.
Why are you getting upset because your mom stubbed her foot?
Fuck you. That was more than a stub. She broke her legs.
Bro, your mom fell over
Call
a
me
fucking
Bo?
pipe. Dude, my dad was a heroin addict and he got hit with a pipe all the time. Am I getting money?
No.
Bitch.
No, bitch.
No, bitch.
I ain't get money.
Where's my money?
She makes so much sense.
All
right. Vinny, go ahead.
When I was 4 years old and my father had cancer and was dying, I remember I was brought into...
Why aren't you looking at him, Chris?
I was brought...
Look him straight in the eyes. Up close, look him straight in the eye. He can't do it because it's about him.
I remember I was brought into the hospital room as a baby, and my father said, "Who is this?" Because he was so sick from the chemo, he couldn't recognize me.
Well, I was an adult when
Why are you answering him? You weren't supposed to say a fucking word.
Told you.
She is right about you. You don't care about Vinny. By the way, Vinny, was that story true? My heart breaks. That's the most heartbreaking story I ever heard.
That is so sad.
I just found that out 2 weeks ago, and I don't know why I was ever told in the first place.
Oh.
But he didn't even say I'm sorry.
He didn't give a fuck. He tried to top
his mom
it.
and his pipe.
Right, he tried to fucking
what he's
top
gonna do
it.
with his money? So fucking selfish.
And look, when he gets his $8 million, you're not even going to play up to him? John, you...
To me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, fuck that shit, man. I'll fucking go live in the cave with the monk before I smell his sweaty balls.
Why would you have to smell my balls? And that fucking reality show's off now. I was going to send a crew down there. Now it's not going to happen. And if I was so not generous...
Oh, really? This is you. This is the new you, huh?
Reality show is your fucking life and you fucking working at XM and complaining.
True.
And you can't even afford a shirt that don't smell like stank.
That's
this
true.
Fucking shirt does not smell.
Yeah.
And you know
See,
what?
What?
Yeah. Chris,
everybody knows that smell, man. You gotta get some. You can't afford some deodorant.
If you don't want to get the world to love her show, then that's your loss, Chris. Okay,
and
that's
you know
another
what,
loss for you.
And let me tell you something, brother. I ain't got nothing now, and I'm happier than you fucking are.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. I ain't got nobody.
I ain't got nobody.
me, you
Nobody.
sweaty ball bastard.
All right.
She called him
You
bald.
also have sweaty balls.
Now, Jen,
All right.
you
Gail, I love you.
I love you,
Ronnie,
Jen.
I love you. Vinny, I love you. Sweaty balls, you sweaty balls.
all right, bye, Jen.
Peace out.
Peace.
No love whatsoever.
Peace. Can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
She read your fucking story back to you, dude.
Yeah.
That was a fucking mirror on the phone today.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
100%.
She's full of
I
shit.
never really thought of it that way.
No, I never even, if I had a million years, I wouldn't have thought how fucking right she was.
The body keeps score, Chris Stanley.
It does. The body keeps score.
That was nonsense.
You know what got to
not.
me?
What?
Vinny told that story. That was so heartbreaking, so touching. And it didn't even get into you. You had no empathy whatsoever.
You just popped into a story of your own. You didn't take in what he said, and we were all sitting here like in shock
You know
because it
what
was so
gets
sad.
to me? The before and after of it. Like before Jen's call, I loved Chris Stanley.
Mhm.
I thought the world of him.
You were excited
After
about the
that
8
call,
mil.
I'm just disgusted by him.
Yeah.
I'm horrified.
That turned you on me?
Yeah.
That call Crazy Jen's nonsense?
And never once in like this thought of 8 million did he think about giving to charity, maybe
Never.
like to a cancer fund. No, he didn't even think about that.
Maybe, like, down the line after I have
Down
my
the line?
fun.
No, you'll never do it.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Go into fucking East New York, driving around, just throwing money out the window.
I can't do that. I don't want to. I'll be honest. I just don't want to. I'll give you guys money.
I know where you're going to end up, at that fucking Trump golf course over in Jersey.
I hope I hope he goes through East New York and just gets one of those floats like the Joker while that Prince song plays.
I love that
He just
fucking
throws
song.
the fucking money in the air. If you really want to do something great with 8 million, that's what you'll do.
I bet you could.
You'd be a hero. You'd be a New York City hero.
Or how about this? Invest in Trinidad. You know?
What's Trinidad done for me?
That's not what this is about. That's what fucking Jen pointed out to you. That's funky, man. Prince. Prince is funky. Hey, did you guys see that picture up on the iBang of J-Lo and her ass out today?
Mm-mm.
She's taking on Jessica Simpson. Now, J-Lo's what, late 30s?
40.
Yes.
She's 40?
Yeah, definitely.
Good thing I got Jen here and not that fucking Chris Stanley. You're nothing like a monk at all, dude.
She's 47.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Wow, she looks incredible.
Fuck!
I'm willing to say this. I don't think there's a single American, straight, gay, married, whatever, that wouldn't eat that ass right there. They would not get down on their knees in that backyard and happily eat that ass. And this is the thing that J-Lo annoys people. She knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
what's
the problem.
irritating.
She seems like she should not act like she knows it, but it's fucking
She
very
knows it.
apparent to her.
Yeah.
She should. She should.
She'll meet people and she'll be like this. Oh, you're thinking about eating my ass right now, aren't you?
So?
Yeah.
Doesn't make you better than me.
That means I control you. Some people control you with their mind. She controls you with her ass.
Ass control.
Was she the first famous ass?
Yeah, I think.
Ground zero ass?
Yeah, for this like current age of ass, she would be ground zero, I think.
Yeah, because like that was kind of like the beginning of people just being like J-Lo's ass.
It's
Just her ass.
Just look at that ass.
It's just the ass, nothing else.
Despite the fact that she was the whole person.
Yeah.
It was just J-Lo's ass.
Just that
So
gorgeous
nobody
ass.
before her? Jen, you're thinking somebody?
I was thinking of Selena.
Selena Gomez?
No, Selena's like the Spanish.
You know what? I'm going to be totally honest here. I wasn't even aware of her till she died. That's when I caught on. And then, guess who played her in the movie? J-Lo.
Exactly, J-Lo.
So Selena had a nice
She
ass.
had a really nice.
All right, let me say, get the Selena ass up there. Because, you know, that's underground ass for us,
Right.
white people. This is underground ass but when Selena died, I'm like, why is everybody freaking out? Why are they saying Selena? Because I didn't even know her career.
Right.
And then I saw J-Lo in the movie, and I'm like, nah, I get it. She had a great fucking ass.
She was known for this little outfit.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. She had a big butt.
Wait, that's the one. I've never seen
Wow.
these pictures. No wonder they got
That's
J-Lo to
amazing.
play. This was J-Lo's breakthrough movie role.
Oh my God, look at it there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
that's
nice.
unbelievable.
That's incredible. And she's like in a purple sparkly number. Yeah. Like there's like actual sparkles just like shooting off of her ass in this picture.
And this is pre-Snapchat, so that was just happening in reality. That was just fucking physics.
Oh my God.
Just blinding the beauty of that ass.
She blinded me with her ass.
She blinded me with her ass.
What was that dude's name?
I actually don't even know.
I think his name was Blinded. Oh, you trying to take that down?
Yes, she's trying to make sure there's not a big ass in this room to embarrass us all.
Thomas Dolby.
Of course, Thomas Dolby, yeah. He looked like a little Elton John. That was his only hit, right? Blinded me with her ass?
Yeah, blind me with her ass.
She blinded me with her ass.
She blinded me.
Look at that ass.
It's incredible. I mean,
it's unbelievable.
Jen, you gave me a gift. I'm going to fucking Google away. I was going to be doing a lot of research tonight before I went out on my Big Unmasked on Monday. Mm-hmm. No, this is going to be Googling this ass. I was not aware of her when she was alive. Never heard of her.
I don't think I was either.
She was playing on the Mexican radio, right?
Yeah.
I'm on a Mexican radio. What did he say? Who did that song, Chris? Without looking it up.
Can't remember.
You don't even fucking care about this country.
Yes, I do. I care very much about America. And you'll see it when I get this 8 million.
Why? What are you going to do?
What are you going to do for America?
I don't know.
Build the wall?
Dude, if you fucking built that wall, that would be unbelievable.
I heard the walls is going to be clear now. It's going to be a clear wall.
That's just taunting them.
What it's going to be is slats.
Oh.
It's a fence. It's not a fucking wall.
Yeah, you can't call it a wall then. You wouldn't say, oh, there's a wall between me and my neighbor's house if you just had a fence.
If Trump would have said, hey, we need to repair that fence, nobody would have gotten mad. But he yelled, we're going to build a wall, and everybody got mad. Was this a bowling team showed up? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, there she is. There she is. Stand up and wave.
Lift your shirt up. It's fine.
Just show them belly.
Just a little bit. Tease me.
I don't know who they were, but there was one of them was very, very much in love with Jen. Found her to be lovely. In another 5 to 10 years, Jen, you will be a major, major model. You got the Billy Ray Cyrus treatment. Hey, if you want to hear street jokes, that thing that we fucked up recording, go over to the iBang. It's up on the SoundCloud, and you will hear Ari Shaffir, Dante, who else was in that? Mark Norman, and Jeffrey Gurian, all doing street jokes. Go over to the iBang for that. And I'm going to be out all weekend hosting shows at the Stand. I haven't done that in 3 or 4 weeks.
Took a little break.
Oh, yeah. But I said, I'm going to put together an all-star fucking crew tonight.
You know what I mean? It.
I saw the All-Star game the other day. I go, let me put together my own all-star crew. Listen to this.
At the Stand Friday night, Big J. Okerson, Ari Shaffir, Chris DiStefano, Jim Florentine, Rich Voss, Ben Bailey, and more, all hosted by Ron Bennington.
I was watching Sam Morrill's show the other night, and he had Chris DiStefano as a guest. One of the most likable, funny people you'll ever see.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
Very few funny people are likable. They're more like me. They're just terrible people. But there's something very nice about Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how he always dresses up like a baseball player, like he's a little kid?
Yeah.
He went on that show, and instead he wore a Knicks t-shirt. And I'm just like, it's like a child. Like, look at me. I'm a ball player.
I'm in the game.
Yeah. Look at me. I'm in the game, everybody.
This is what I would wear if they let me in the game.
I have my own shirt if you want more people in the game. But you don't know that, do you, fuck Chris? You don't. Jen taught me so much about you today.
Yes.
You can't listen to her, man.
Dude, I can't fucking turn her off. You know, she's so fucking bright and insightful.
And she's right. Like, she knows, like, you don't shut the fuck up.
It's unbearable.
Take it in, Chris.
It's unbearable.
Now.
I like to put...
Just look at him now.
Just fucking listen. You're a piece of garbage that should be burnt like garbage.
Yeah. Like a teen Vogue.
Yes. You're like an anal fuck teen Vogue. Okay?
I'm nothing like that.
Oh my God.
Just be quiet. Be still like the universe, okay? Be at one with the bats in the caves. Those fucking monks, they don't fucking produce a show and they're happy. If you produce a show, you're chewing on your fucking tiny nails.
First of all, the universe is constantly moving.
By the way, that really disturbed me that I knew what he was doing just by the way you described it, because I've seen him do that, and he peels off a little piece of his fingernail and he pops it into his mouth and eats it.
I just want you to know something, Chris. Your funeral, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to bring everybody in, and it's going to be a roast.
Oh, come on!
It's going to be gross things we've seen you do.
Oh, my God.
Times that you hurt our feelings.
It's going to take forever.
The well is so deep on that one.
The person that I'm going to end the show with is going to be Crazy Jen. She's the one that sees into your fucking soul.
Yep.
Do not trust Crazy Jen.
I trust her more than any other human.
When it comes to me, don't.
Yeah. We got a big star coming in? Is that the deal? Well, you know how we've been talking Big Sick, right?
Yes.
We've got the producer of Big Sick, Mr. Judd Apatow.
Nice. Ow! The Big Sick comes out in theaters everywhere today, and Judd is performing Monday, July 24th at the Wilbur in Boston. 10 p.m. show benefits the Greater Boston After School Arts Fund. JuddApatow.com for tickets and all additional dates. Judd Apatow is in studio with us. The Big Sick comes out in theaters everywhere today. Judd is performing Monday, July 24th at the Wilbur in Boston. 10 p.m. show benefits the Greater Boston After School Arts Fund. JuddApatow.com for tickets and all additional dates.
Yeah, and you can buy tickets to see me in Montreal just for laughs the end of the month. And I'm in Rhode Island on the 25th at the Columbus Theater. If you want to see me, if you are in Rhode Island.
You loving being back out on the road again? Is it fun for you?
I do. Excuse me. I get such a kick out of doing stand-up. I was at Gotham Comedy Club last night doing a headlining show, and I've been doing Union Hall and the Comedy Cellar a lot lately. And it's so much fun. You know, I have kids, so I can't go out every night. I can't go on the road.
Right.
My world is not set up like that. But to prepare to shoot this Netflix special, I've been doing a lot of stand-up, and it's really fun to try to be as good as everybody else. People are so amazing at it. You got to work hard if you want to have your special up there on the same site as Louis.
Well, you know, it's also difficult just to walk into any club in New York now because everyone kills. And I tell people, like, I remember when people wouldn't kill. Like, you'd see a show, one guy would kill. Right? And now, we were just, I want to be at the stand tonight, and it's just a killer after a killer after a killer, you know?
I know. I was at the Cellar the other night, and Amy Schumer was there. I had to go on after Amy. I remember I was at the Cellar once. I had to follow Ray Romano and Dice Clay. and the guys that aren't mega famous are incredible.
Yes.
It's not just the people you know. I mean, there really is nothing more fun than going to a show and just seeing seven monsters rock the house hard. It
just happens every night too. It's just every night now. But that is, you know, the thing is too, like, I don't know how you break in new material. It's always difficult knowing that you're following that kind of stuff and that you can't ever really go, it's just a fun hobby to have.
It is tricky. You have to have some discipline about trying new material.
Yeah.
Because you feel the pressure. Every show is sold out at the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like I can, goof around, try a bunch of new things. I try to slip new things in every spot, just a few, and then slowly, you build new stuff. But there's nothing more fun than watching Dave Attell at the Comedy Cellar.
Unbelievable.
New jokes.
Yeah.
I love watching people do new jokes. I would rather watch people do half new jokes and bomb half the time than watch a good set.
Well, they're doing that show at the Pussycat now, which is new joke things. So everybody, and I think they got it down to like it can't be older than a week or something because people are like, hey, I bumped on this a couple of times. But when the audience knows it, I think it's better when they know that you're doing
Yeah,
this.
and I think also the audience, just like for the same reason that you get a big reaction from crowd work from an audience, I think that's the same thing, that there's this element of feeling like something is unprepared or that it's changing, and then the comic will comment on that. And I think like those kind of organic moments, what's great about stand-up.
Oh, I love late night at the Comedy Cellar. Sometimes Dave Attell will be on stage with Big Jay Okerson or Jeff Ross, and when they're just screwing around and bringing people from the crowd on stage, there's nothing better than that. I've been bringing Pete Holmes on stage with me at the Cellar. Yeah. And I think it's just fun to not do the set and just talk and see what we can make happen.
Well, a lot of things have changed because people thought for many, many years there was only one way to do a show, just like there was only one way to do radio. Podcasting changed that. But these themes and the alt things have changed stand-up in a way. And in a way, you kind of explore this in The Big Sick, too, right? It's you see Kumail trying to get better as a stand-up, but he's also doing his one-man show
about his life in Pakistan, which is not very good. In fact, before I started doing stand-up again, I was going into UCB and doing a show called Earn Thousands Making Comedy. And it was a fake lesson in how to get into comedy, and I would bring people on stage and they would pitch me their script ideas and I would give them notes. And people's ideas are always so terrible they would always be funny as I tried to help them.
But I guess you get that all the time, right? Somebody's like, hey.
Not as much as you would think. Oh, God. Yeah. And every once in a while someone's got something amazing like The Big Sick. I mean, that's all it really was Kumail saying, this amazing thing happened to me. And I thought, wow, that's a movie.
Well, here's what I enjoyed about the movie is that it was so close to life, right? That thing that we don't talk about, like something bad could happen, something bad could happen at any moment. And what is your responsibility at that moment? And people never bring this up, but even being a caretaker is like, it could break you. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it can break you very, very quickly.
It's the hardest job. It's so difficult. But I think also, too, like that thing of like, if you've experienced either some sort of tragedy or some kind of trauma, then you move through the world going, oh, now I have to live with the fact that this could always happen. Like anything bad could happen ever. And it always just takes that one traumatic experience. And then you become a person who's just like, bad things can happen. Okay, I just found out.
I like being between traumas.
Yes.
Every once in a while I'll say, I think I'm between traumas right
now. Well, Holly Hunter in this film destroys me. Just destroys me because I always think, and you're a father, I'm a father, but it's different than being a mother. It's different. And I don't know. I mean, she just pulls across. And then Ray, I said this before to these guys a couple weeks ago. I think this is the best thing that Ray's ever done as far as being an actor. You know what I mean? Like when Ray came in, he's like a funny comedian who got a sitcom and was playing himself. Something's happened in the last 5-10 years. With him. He's an actor.
He's an incredible actor. And, our process is very collaborative. He's so funny. He's so smart. Holly Hunter, I saw when I was on a college tour with my daughter. We went to Carnegie Mellon, and they said, do you want to sit in on an acting class? And Holly Hunter was listening to students do monologues and giving them notes after each monologue. And we watched it for 3 hours.
Wow.
And we were just blown away. And then when we started talking about the casting of this, I said, I think that's why I saw Holly Hunter.
You started to believe it was like fate.
I think the universe wanted me to think about Holly Hunter. And then Ray, who was in Funny People, was so funny that day. And I always wanted to do something else with him. I didn't know what it would be, but I just thought, God, Ray is so talented. And then we thought, is that a couple? Does that make sense? And then we checked their ages. We're like, I think that's actually a great couple. And then it was better than we ever could have dreamed it would be.
Yeah, I obviously related to them right away because that kind of beat down, keeping it together, crazy kid thing. You know, like, oh, okay. Just really thought this was going to go easier. But there was also, I love the backstory with Kamau about, I don't want to give the line away, so I'll paraphrase it, but it's like, if you didn't want me to be American, why did you bring me here?
Yes.
And I never let that in, I never got that connection of how hard it must be to be first generation for that very reason.
Yeah, there's a pressure to hold on to your culture, but at the same time, you're in a new place with a completely different culture. How much do you hold on to? And yeah, I think it's something we never think about. I'm sure right now someone's going, do I wear the burqa? Do I not wear the burqa? What does it mean if I wear the burqa? How am I going to be treated if I do? And as a young person, you're deciding what you believe in. There's a moment in the movie where they're talking about religion, and Kamal said, I just need to figure it out for myself. But when you have parents that are very religious and they want you to have an arranged marriage, it's a lot of pressure. I mean, Kamal was very interesting about it, about being a comedian and even having his parents not quite understand what that was. It was very
no one's parents get that as it is. But when you come from another country for that, you know, I always like the parents like they're laughing at you. You're up there and they're just laughing at you. Like laughing for some people is the worst. You know, laughing at, they think you're a clown.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of pressure for people to break away. I did a gig with Hassan Minhaj, and his parents were there. We did a USO show, and the president was there, and Jon Stewart and Letterman, and he brought his family, and you could tell how much it meant to him to have his parents see him in that setting.
Yeah. Well, he is such a driven guy too. Like there's certain comics I look at. Kevin Hart is one of them, and I go, he'd be successful no matter what he did. You know what I mean? Yes. If he opened up a deli, he'd have 50 delis now. You know? And then there's other guys, I can't imagine them doing anything else. Yes. I remember when I was talking to you guys about Pete's show, and I said Artie would be just as funny as if he never went on stage. You know what I mean? That's just Artie. He's born with something.
That's right.
And some people just take it so serious and they work at it. You can see how great they become of it. And other people just step into it.
Well, some people have the work ethic.
Yeah.
Louis has a work ethic. He likes to write. He likes to make things. Kevin is a beast. He has such a work ethic, and he's so funny. It's crazy, but he puts that energy behind it. And there are other people that are funny, but you could just tell they're just sleeping till midnight.
Yeah, right.
And they're just funny, on stage, and they're never going to write. They're never going to, put that effort into it. And sometimes they can succeed that way, but it certainly is it's rare that you're weird enough to be funny.
Yeah.
And you're responsible enough to do hard work.
Right.
They're not really related.
Opposite personality types.
Well, I've talked about this before. It's the only talent that you can be born with that adults are appalled by when you're a kid. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They don't want you to be funny as a kid. There's never been a PTA meeting where they have said your third grader is funny on a 10th grade level. I don't know whether we move them up. I don't know how we're going to do this, but from being in school that you saw those kids that were that funny. Right. You know what I mean? Like, this guy's amazing.
Right.
And they beat it out of them.
Sure. I had one teacher in, I think it was 10th or 11th grade, who read an essay I wrote and encouraged me. She asked me to write my autobiography. Everyone was writing autobiographies. And I made mine up. And it was all BS. It was all, I was an FBI agent undercover and who I was looking for. I was making love to all the teachers. And she pulled me aside and said, that's really funny. You should be a writer. You could be like Woody Allen.
That's all you needed, right?
One person, one day, in 5 minutes, that's all it took.
Right.
To have me really take that much more seriously.
Yeah, that's so rare. Because think of how many other people would have read that and just been like, you're making a joke. You're making a joke of this.
We're going to put you on drugs.
And not only that, is like, teachers get furious if you enjoy other people's sense of humor. Like, there's nothing worse than being the kid who's laughing. And I'm a pretty free laugher. I'm like, that was 100% of the time, like, constant laughter. And I'm like, look, I recognize talent. I see something funny. I'm going to have an honest reaction to it. The Big Sick comes out in theaters everywhere today, and Judd is performing Monday, July 24th at the Wilbur in Boston. 10 p.m. show benefits the Greater Boston After School Arts Fund. He's also going to be at JFL in Montreal, Providence, Rhode Island at the Columbus Theater Tuesday, July 25th. So you can go to juddapatow.com for tickets and all his additional dates.
And you're having just as much fun as you ever have in this business? You're just having a good time with all this?
I am. I'm trying to take the pressure off of myself. I think you have your goals and the things you're trying to do, and then at some point you're just on a treadmill.
Right.
And you think, am I supposed to direct a movie every 2 years or 3 years? And now I'm just thinking, well, I've done enough, so now I could just really relax a little, do the things that interest me. I'm doing a documentary about Gary Shandling for HBO.
Fantastic.
And that's going to be, a big 4-hour epic about comedy and Gary and spirituality, and I'm excited about that. I made a documentary about this band, the Avett Brothers. It's going to be in movie theaters for one night in September. And so I'm just trying to do anything that interests me.
Well, the documentary on Shandling, I think that's great because it's always difficult to remember how much somebody shocked you when you first saw them. Because Shandling was one of those guys that immediately everybody started doing Shandling as soon as he was known. But the first time I saw him, I remember thinking, all that shit was 2 inches away from my forehead. And he figured it out, and I didn't. I felt like he was telling stories out of my own family. It was so strong. Such a strong writer.
Yeah, an amazing writer. I mean, he wrote for sitcoms like Welcome Back, Kotter and Three's Company before becoming a stand-up comedian. He had a near-death experience, or he was hit by a car, and afterwards he decided to just be a comic and stop the writing for other people's sitcoms.
Yeah.
And then he went on this really interesting spiritual journey where he was just trying to get closer to the truth, write from a deeper place, write more three-dimensional characters, and then he did the Larry Sanders Show, which was really a satire on ego and neediness, and I think it related a lot to his spirituality. He would say the show is about people who love each other, but show business gets in the way. And it really changed television in a lot of ways. HBO, they say it pointed the way for HBO to know what HBO should be.
Right.
And that led to them going, oh, we should be doing The Sopranos and this and that.
Is this going to run on HBO? Is that
HBO? In March.
That makes total sense, of course. But yeah, you could track back at least comedically the golden age, right? To Shandling, this golden age that we're into now, where you don't have to love and understand your lead character. You know what I mean? Like most of those characters on that show, you hated to see him win. And then you hated to see him lose.
And it's Gary Shandling's show. I mean, between those two shows, it's hard to look at any modern show and not see that he broke down the door for a much more imaginative type of comedy and also a much deeper kind of comedy.
Well, he trusted the audience. He was saying, I know that you get that this is a show. You know what I mean? That's what was the brilliant thing about Gary Shandling is you felt smart when you were watching it. You felt like, oh, I get this. Dude, great to see you again. Hope to see you up in Montreal, man.
Yes, you shall.
The Big Sick comes out in theaters everywhere today. Judd is going to be performing Monday, July 24th at the Wilbur in Boston. He's going to be at JFL in Montreal and Providence, Rhode Island at the Columbus Theater July 25th. So go to juddapatow.com for tickets and all his dates.
Tim Heidecker, we're doing the Tim and Eric Unmasked on Monday. Is that right?
It's Monday, yes.
So this is why we tell you to pay attention here, because those tickets, of course, went fast. And now his fans are around the, just after Chris, even though things sold out.
Yeah. Yeah, they won't stop because the people love Tim and Eric.
They have a massive fan base.
I am having a fabulous look. The $8 Million Man, Chris Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get him used to living the good life. I said, get me a trendy lunch today.
Yeah.
And let's face it, you've never pulled off a trendy lunch in your life.
No, I've been, hey, pizza? That's what I said.
There's always
Every
pizza.
time.
Pepperoni?
So, these, and you say it's Korean style chicken?
Korean style fried chicken.
And I was like, well, let's wait for the failure. Chris Stanley, grand slam, home run, touch all 4 bases. This is delicious.
This is so awesome.
Good. Yeah.
It's from Delaney Chicken. That's at Urban Spaces Vanderbilt Market. That's the corner of 45th and Vanderbilt next to Grand Central Station. Delaney Chicken. It's
Is this just a one place? It's not a chain?
It's not a chain. No, just one place in this in Vanderbilt Market, which is like a food court, but they call them food halls now. It's like a high-end food court.
Yeah, I know that, and that's right in Grand Central?
Right, directly next to Grand Central.
Yeah. Now, you are right about the food halls, and, well, they're different than food courts because it's not, there's all kinds of food that you would never find in a food court.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But it's blowing up here and England at the same time.
I know England because I know they opened 2 new ones in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Which is, and I went to one of them and it was just ridiculously crowded. And like Cat's Deli opened up a stand there. For the first time they ever done like 100 years.
Yeah, and they said it's because, so how can somebody, because this has the feel of something that is, not just one thing in a food. Is this a small thing in a food court?
It has it's like in the corner of it's just like basically a stand, a kiosk almost.
Wow.
In the corner of this food court with a bunch of other like restaurants from Manhattan. And it's Delaney Chicken. It's really good.
Fantastic.
It's out of this world.
It's so good.
This
is them here?
My interns woofed it down.
God damn.
They just woofed it down.
Intern approval.
Yeah.
It's gone already.
I like it because it has a little heat to it.
There's a little heat. There's a little kickback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A little jalapeno,
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's jalapeno. And then they also, like, the mayonnaise is kind of spicy as well.
Yeah. It's fucking great.
It's a delicious chicken sandwich. And the Korean fried chicken is very popular right now. The Korean fried chicken sandwich especially. It's like a couple of the chefs in the city are opening, like, smaller places to sell these Korean fried chicken.
Now, what makes it the spice blend that they use makes it, or the way that they fry it?
I think it's both. It's the spice blend. And
I don't know why I had in my mind that Korean fried chicken because I've never eaten it before.
Yeah,
this is the first time. I thought it was going to be some kind of weird glaze on it. I think I must be like a racist who got it confused with like a Chinese dish or something.
You're thinking of like it was like a General Tso's.
God damn it, I hate it when I catch myself being the world's biggest racist.
But you catch yourself.
Well, you know why? It's because they give every kid a trophy now. You know what I mean? That cockstone just pointed it out to me.
I got participation trophies and they sucked. It's the worst feeling.
I got participation trophies and was quite happy to have them. And I held mine up real high like this when I got it. And it's with all the rest of my trophies, like the one I actually earned. They don't mean any different to me now.
It's the same.
No, that's delicious. Name of this place again?
That's Delaney Chicken. It's at the Urban Spaces Vanderbilt Market, the corner of 45th and Vanderbilt, next to Grand Central Station.
Any way I could stop there on a takeout?
Oh, yeah, you go there, pick it up.
I have some friends over, and I'll go like this. I made something new today. I call it Korean fried chicken. And I hand it out as my own.
You get some chicken, you go to Delaney Chicken, you jump on the Grand Central Station, and go upstate, whatever you want to do.
It's not a bad idea at all.
Right?
Interesting.
Make a train ride of it.
Scale of 1 to 10. What do you give it, Justin?
I mean, this is a 9. This was really
9.
Oh, wow.
We never even have a 9 on the show. Chris, what do you give it?
Oh, it's 10.
Gail?
I don't want to be extreme, but I'm going to go 10. And I fucking love a chicken sandwich.
All right, I'm going to ask Spencer now. Spencer, he's kind of our food guy anyway.
He's a foodie.
All right.
Scale 1 to 10.
Okay. Probably because of the spice, but it was still good.
Yeah.
9.8 out of 10.
Wow. But you're sweating a little bit from the spice. You got a little bit of the heat.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't feel any sweat.
You got a glaze going.
You're glazed.
My face is turning red?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I hope my face doesn't go on fire.
Spencer. I don't ever know when you're kidding and when you're not kidding.
He's a pill.
You know what? If he's a pill, then you should take him. Good chicken, huh, Chris?
Oh, yeah. Delicious chicken. You know, it's I'm going to get this $8 million. Like you said, I think I've proved myself that I can class it up with money.
You did today.
Right? Yeah. I know that I want to get something cool and hip for my friends. Now, Jen couldn't get anything from there, but I did pick her up something from Little Beat. So there is some food for you to eat.
What'd you get from there?
A sushi roll.
The tofu and mushroom roll, which doesn't sound good at all, to be honest. You can be having a fried chicken sandwich.
I couldn't eat like that.
No. I was like, this is insane. Who would eat this?
Let me tell you something. I'd eat a chicken with feathers on before I ate a sushi. I hate the fact that chicken is considered meat. I don't think it should be in there with that.
Yeah, I mean, like, there are people who are like, I only eat, like, poultry and fish. Like, there are some people who are just no beef and no pork.
Like, what is breakfast like for you? And you don't have, like, a side?
Like, I do a lot of fruit. Like, I do, like, blueberries and, like, oatmeal.
No.
In the summer, you're going to eat hot oatmeal?
During the summer, it's more fruit.
Spencer, what's a Spencer breakfast?
If I'm in a rush, I would say a banana and a granola bar.
Uh-huh. And if you have time, like it's a Sunday, easy Sunday?
Omelet.
Omelet, nice. What's in that omelet?
Some spinach, mushrooms, onions, turkey, feta cheese.
Turkey, eh?
No bacon, Spencer?
Nah, I'm trying to cut back.
Yeah, he's cutting back, Chris. What about you? Bacon every meal?
Yeah, of course. Why not? I love pork. I dig swine.
And my breakfast, Delaney chicken every day.
We really don't have a chicken as a breakfast item, do we?
No.
There's like the southern style, like chicken and a biscuit kind of thing, I think. Isn't there like a southern chicken and a biscuit?
There is a chicken biscuit, but I consider that lunch.
Oh, pretty strange.
I mean, biscuit does not have to be limited to fucking breakfast in my world. Vito, what do you have? Meatballs every morning?
Yeah, I do Italian breakfast.
Were you getting your feelings hurt on Big Brother last night when the guy kept calling everybody a meatball?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. That's not a racial slur.
I literally, like, hours later was just laying in bed just thinking of Josh being like, meatballs for lunch? I know you'll have some. Like, I don't know what it is about that line. I was just killing it.
Hop your ass on out of here was getting me. And they didn't show it on the feed, but in like the argument, he was really going with the meatball thing, and he went, meatballs, maybe some ziti, you'll be cooking ziti every night before you get out. It's like, you just took this insult you had.
Is Cody Italian?
No, none of them are Italian. Kevin's not Italian.
Oh, yeah, Kevin's Irish.
Kevin's Irish and German.
I am not offended by ziti. You know what I mean? Like, ziti's not an embarrassing thing. I wouldn't be like, oh, someone caught me eating ziti.
Oh, it's pasta. Big deal. The meatball, though, that's very embarrassing, Vito.
Is it?
For Vito, I think it is.
Why, because I'm large and Italian?
Yes, exactly, 100%. If I caught Vito eating a meatball sub, I'd laugh at him.
Oh, God damn it, Chris. Guess what?
No.
Jeffrey Gurian just tweeted, one of the most fun shows I've ever been on. And it's on right now. I thought you were going to talk to him about what you did to me.
I thought that it would change it to say, just don't mention anything to him. I would have called him and told him. I'd break some bad news.
You realize he's never done better than that in his life.
I feel so fucking terrible.
Everyone, you listen to the SoundCloud because Jeffrey kills it.
He murders on this fucking show.
And
it's
his mic
crazy.
Is clear as a bell.
He called me last night to set up for just for laughs.
Oh, no.
And his voice was way too cheery. I thought something was up.
Yeah. He's excited. Proud of him.
I should have called him.
Dude, he is so happy that you guys are helping him. He's like, Ron, this is such stress off my neck right now. It's just wonderful to have them up there. Now they know to be there a little bit early and stay later than they need to.
They're on call.
They're on call. 24 hours. I'm going to call them now.
Starting now?
So
he did.
He asked for their numbers, and I'm like, we'll get it from Chris.
He gave him pagers, actually.
And burner phones. I would have got to that line faster, but I had to swallow a little bit of hot chicken. Spicy.
The heat.
Yeah, it's the heat, really. This Coke goes well with it, though, you know?
Oh, yeah. Like a cold beverage. Wash that hot chicken down.
What if there was a hot and spicy Coke?
Dude.
It's interesting. I want to try this. Is it spicy?
Yeah, it's a little bit, but, it's voodoo potato chips. It's nice voodoo.
Turn my mic off for a second. I started to crunch, and I was like...
Loud crunch.
What's the name of this place, Chris?
That's Delaney Chicken, located at Urban Spaces, Vanderbilt Market, the corner of 45th and Vanderbilt, next to Grand Central Station. Delaney Chicken. It's an entire, food hall is what they're calling it.
Yeah, there's some pieces. Eat some pieces.
Come on, treat yourself, boys. Come on. Oh, yeah. Come on, chicken for everybody.
Oh, there's only one left.
Just there's a knife. You cut, you share. You share, Spencer.
Yeah.
You're two hungry young men.
Yeah, you're grown boys.
So Chris didn't get enough.
Oh, there's more sandwiches.
Want sandwich instead?
There's more sandwiches.
Take one. I think they want
No, Vito, you're not getting anything.
Which one do you want?
Oh, I'll give Vito one.
Vito, you're not getting any?
I didn't get any.
Here.
Why? Because you're in the other room?
Yeah. You got no Delaney chicken.
Did you get a nice beverage for yourself?
I got nothing.
Oh.
Is there another Coke for him?
I got a little bit of Coke left.
Why do people,
he likes the seltzer.
The Coke's for free down there.
He's a seltzer boy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, take him
Oh, that's sweet. He's thoughtful. Not like Chris.
Oh, come on. I set up the whole Delaney chicken day.
Did you, Chris? Or did Vito?
Vito did not. Otherwise, he'd be eating it.
What?
If he set up chicken day, he'd be eating his own chicken. All right? God knows I was jumping in on stuff as soon as I got here.
I know.
I mean, we asked for a hip meal. We got it.
I know. Chris Stanley, this might be all signs point to $8 million.
I mean, look, if I pulled this off this well, why won't they give me the $8 million?
Well, I don't think you can use this as a reference.
I'm playing this tape in that fucking room.
This guy brought in Delaney chicken. Give him the $8 million.
What's Monday going to be like for you? Detention?
Oh God, so tense.
What is there?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep that night because I'm going to be fucking wired.
You're also somebody who it physically manifests itself when you're stressed and have anxiety.
Yeah, so it's going to be more pacing and more chain smoking than usual.
Yeah. And don't you get diarrhea too?
Yes, my stomach gets upset.
Well, right now we're all eating spicy chicken, so it might not be the time to talk about it. How do you like it, Vito?
That's a 10.
10?
Whoa,
wow. Nice.
I know it's not any meatballs, but I mean...
So everybody uses the same bag? I see that Eat Urban. They just have the bag?
Yeah, this is the bag for all the places for the urban space.
The place is really cool.
Yeah. The one in Brooklyn's great, too.
Aren't they even opening up a couple more of them? There's supposed to be like Asian street food one?
Yeah, that's supposed to be, I think, around Chelsea Piers or somewhere downtown. Right. And Bourdain is in charge of that one.
In charge of it, huh?
Yeah, he's in charge of it. It's like he's attached to it.
I think that's falling apart.
Wearing a hard hat. He's wearing a hard hat. That's it, guys. I'm in charge of this, see?
I run this joint.
I think they're opening them in some high-end buildings, too. They'll have a smaller version.
I am a cuck. I am a libtard.
It's a good songwriter.
What do you give your fake sushi roll? 3?
10.
3. You give it a 3. You give it
she's going to eat meat again.
It's sushi without fish.
It's nasty.
It's tofu mushroom.
Tofu and mushroom. That's oh, God damn it.
Man, did you have that, what, did you get no?
More.
There's more. It's great of you. There's more, he says, as if he brought in the ice.
There's more. There's more.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take, you have the delayed credit. You don't need the ice credit.
Ron, that ice is directly from me.
And I brought the napkins.
I got some more napkins over here, too, if you want.
Did you have that, as kind of a vegetarian meal that's on, Blue Apron this week?
I just got it last night, so I haven't made that one yet. But that's like it's like a sandwich,
yeah, it's like an open-faced sandwich, is egg, mushroom, fried onions,
like a soft boil kind of egg.
Yeah. No, kind of semi-fried, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. It's out of this fucking world.
I'm excited about that one.
I felt like I was in an air balloon flying over
out of the world.
Yeah, out of the world.
You know what
into space.
I actually
meeting
did
space friends
this week, an all vegetarian week.
Good for you.
I liked every vegetarian option on there.
Invite Jen over.
Straight across. Jen, you are welcome. I will be there.
I took Jen out for a vegetarian meal. She gave me a hickey. That's how happy she was. That's how happy she was.
In that case.
Blaming you.
This is fun, guys.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. It's the end of the week. We can just slow it down.
Chicken party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're having a chicken party.
Vito's kind of at the chicken party.
Vito, you're on the other side of the glass, though.
I feel on the outside. It's fine. I got my chicken. So
yeah, I was just gonna say he's enjoying the chicken. That's what that's what's making him happy.
Spencer speaks for me now.
What was that?
Shit! My bad, Spencer.
My bad. No, it's all right. I'm sorry.
No, you're right, man. I shouldn't have fucking spoke.
Hey, Spencer, you ever have a nickname?
Nope.
I think probably because your name is so solid. It's such a good name.
Yeah, it is. It's a good
Does
name.
anyone ever call you Spence?
Sometimes I do, in
Yeah.
school usually. It all depends.
They're like, hey, Spence.
Yes.
What's up, dude?
Yeah. Saw, dude.
When, like, you ever call your pencil your Spencil?
Good one.
Thanks. Might be a good one.
Start doing that.
Chris, would you like a nickname this year?
Yeah, sure. I always like nicknames. I tried to get Chunky Boy started earlier in the day. Or the $8 million man.
What about just Stangle?
Stangle 3. Well, it's Stangle 3 because I'm the third Stangle brother.
Chris Stangley.
And it's unusual to give a nickname to a girl, right?
Yeah, it's less so. I mean, I went to a school when I was a kid that everybody used last names, so they did that for the girls as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Ben and Benny and stuff like that, the shortened version, and then sometimes just Bennington. But it's not always. Not always typical.
There was a girl in college at Purchase that someone started calling off-putting, and her name was just then off-putting because people found her off-putting.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little on the nose.
I had a buddy who was like Oral Thomas, and it's because he confused oral sex with phone sex, and we just never let it go.
I met a kid named Krusty one time, and it was just in high school, and then I found out later on that his name was not Krusty. That wasn't part of his name. When he was 5, he just got caught eating his eye crust.
Oh, God.
So
Come
at
on.
17, he was still going by Krusty by everybody.
Earned it.
I will say, usually girls' nicknames tend to be a negative thing about them that everyone else is saying. It's not normally like a fun, happy one. I remember there was a girl that in college we just called Broken Shirt. She had a fucking broken shirt once. And then
Broken shirt.
Broken Shirt. I mean, like, that's not even easy to say. It's like quite lengthy.
There was a kid in my neighborhood. He was really awful at sports. As a matter of fact, he was famous, and I don't even mean infamous. Famous for striking out in kickball. Like people,
that's the best.
We're still talking about it years later.
The best.
Like if I were to fucking bring up this kid's name to somebody, someone would be like, "Yeah, he fucking struck out in kickball." His last name was Peters, and he got called Sucks. His entire fuck just sucks.
Sucks Peters.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks Peters.
And it got to the fucking point that nobody even knew the difference. You know what I mean? Like it might as well have been on his fucking mailbox.
Right.
No, Sucks is coming.
Yeah. Didn't he strike out in fucking kickball once?
Dude, a kickball strikeout is the funniest shit ever.
Yeah.
It is the
You can never believe it.
Yeah.
funniest thing ever. Because then at that point, your kid's striking out nonstop in kickball. Like, you gotta get his eyes checked. I mean,
Yeah.
like, that's pretty
Remember,
concerned.
I mean, have you ever once missed a kickball? No.
Right.
This fucker did it 3 times. In one fucking sitting.
I understand shanking it, but like,
Yeah, that's right. I mean, all you gotta do is run into it.
Yeah.
And you're fucking moving it back out.
Just get a piece.
You just put your big boot out there. You should get something. Get a piece of something.
Did you see this? I think it's up on the iBank today. Vito sent it in. The young softball player. This young girl plays softball in Maine. And, It's up on the iBang. And she was passing. She just picked up a football and let it fucking rip. So let's put it up. Let's get this screen up, too, as well. Now, this girl is absolutely adorable. You can tell she's a big, tall girl. Look at her here. No, I bring it back up. Hit pause so we don't... Yeah. Look at her chuck.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Take it back to the beginning. And you can just see she's a big, kind of wide shoulders girl. She's got the football. And she's dressed so dainty. And then just rips this ball.
She planted her feet perfectly.
Holy shit.
God damn. How far do you think that is? 40, 50 yards?
I'm going to say 50, 55.
Yeah,
I mean, she's just throwing it on a rope. There's no rainbow to it at all.
And I'm just surprised just like how kind of feminine and foxy she is, too.
And she's not an outfielder. She's a third baseman at University of Maine.
One more time so we can just try to pick this up. We're like a half shirt.
Yeah, that's 50, 60 yards. That's fucking a long. That's a long fucking throw.
Go back to her. I think you might have her Twitter on there. But you get to see a picture of her on the front page of it, and look how she's a very sexy girl.
Yeah, she's super sexy.
Damn.
But, you need to have a tall boy.
You better have an arm.
Yeah.
You're not going to have any of those O&A producers coming up to it. Lewis don't stand a chance with this girl. Who was their other producer? The one, he's the only one I didn't hear that caught on anyone. The one that had the meltdown before. He fooled around with us for a while and it didn't work out.
Chris?
Yeah. He's another small guy.
Yeah. They keep a short staff.
Well, I get where you're going with that.
You got him, Vito.
He hasn't caught on yet, right?
No.
Everybody else got a big fucking promotion and raise.
Yeah. I think he's still part.
And then I saw E-Rock yesterday. He told me he made $4,200 selling stuff out of the office.
Oh my God.
Just old signed stuff. I guess eBay's still around?
eBay is, yes, and Etsy. Etsy is also...
he does a lot of Etsy stuff.
Yeah, Etsy's like kind of like the new eBay, but it's like for crafts.
Etsy's like stuff you made.
It's really not.
They're completely different.
Yeah. Etsy is usually home, products that you make yourself, clothing, jewelry. Yeah. I mean, you can sell vintage stuff on there too, but it's usually for your own little business.
E-Rock sold a bunch of signed albums.
Nice.
And he signed movie posters. And then this surprised me. Anthony Cumia signed yearbook. Just let that go.
Collector's item.
They got $175 for it.
I saw him walking around in limited edition dunks. Now I know why. I was like, where'd he get that cash?
Oh, yeah, he's doing well, man.
He's a sneakerhead now from this money.
Sneakers, man. You don't know about sneakers. You know about speakers. We got to get beats going. And that's how it happened. Jimmy Iovine went, what are you doing with sneakers? Speakers. That's you.
Brilliant. I forgot that he owned Beats and sold it for $1 billion before the documentary. I forgot.
$3.2 billion, my friend.
First billionaire in hip hop.
Now, do my crip walk.
That was the best way a documentary's ever started, is a crip walk.
Unbelievable. And knowing that they fucked up. And it did cost them 0.2 or $200 million. That fucking party costed them $200 million. So funny fucking walk, you son of a bitch.
Snoop Dogg put it best where he said, yeah, they saw that and they then, knock a few numbers off the top right there.
I'd never stop laughing if my friend did something so stupid it cost him $200 million.
And they just showed Dre on the boat just going, yeah, that was a rough day for me.
That was one of the top 3 worst things I've ever done. I mean, that can't even be. Him losing $200 million acting a fool isn't even close to being the top shit. When he had that card, he's like, I dropped it down. I was doing 165. Cops were still on me. I was doing 185, 190. This is like, Trey, how does this happen every once in a while? We just go bad shit.
He's got to let it out.
Did you get to see how nutty your fucking hero Springsteen is?
Yeah.
He is not a fun, laid-back guy.
No.
He's an obsessed maniac. Stick! Stick! He just kept yelling stick at him because he wanted a different drum sound.
Oh my!
For 3 straight days, he just yelled stick! Stick!
Oh my God.
And like, if Ivan's like, I've got to get away from him. I've got to get out of here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, everybody in that documentary, you saw those weird tics they had? Like when Dre just had to explain to the drummer, and he goes, no, I want it like this. Dun 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 dun. Like he was just yelling out the tune he wanted everything to.
Like, nobody understands what that means.
And then the drummer did it perfectly.
There are a lot of people, and they're always like, what is that song? I go, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're hearing a part of the song that doesn't register for me. I hear melody, and I hear lyric, and then I stop.
Me, I identify by straight bass line.
Some people do. That's all they hear is the bass. I remember that day Steve Jordan was in here, and he was talking about Satisfaction. He was saying, you know how you just hear that acoustic guitar on one side of the song? And I'm like, never. Never heard that song a million times. Never thought, oh, out of one speaker is coming an acoustic guitar.
I started listening once they start singing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when the song just started.
You don't understand. I'm singing myself and trying to act like Mick Jagger.
Right.
So I'm not paying that.
Sexy dance moves.
I can't get no. Like, what are you doing in here? Nothing. It's funny when you're a kid, you'd rather be caught jerking off than dancing in front of a mirror. My mom actually, because I had a lighter summer coat on, she's like, I haven't seen you wear a coat like this since your disco days. And I'm like, Mom, you have me confused with John Travolta. I did not.
This is not a thing that happened. You remember back then in your disco days? You came in that flashy suit.
I don't know, Mom. I guess if you remember it that way, you're keeping it. All right, Trump is back in Jersey, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to spend a Jersey weekend golfing at his resort. If you want to join that club, it's $350,000.
Oh, Chris?
I could have that. So.
But you get to use it for summer brunch. Peyton Manning golfed with him, I believe, last weekend or the weekend before. So he's on the Jim Kimmel show. And he says to Jim Kimmel, or Jimmel as the rags call him, the gossip rags, he goes, hey, I couldn't turn down a chance to golf with the president. And I remember, you got to make an excuse now why it's okay for you to go golf with the president of the United States. And he's going like, hey, I couldn't turn it down. It's the president.
Look.
Now, I'm an American. I just felt like, and I'm like, you don't have to make up a reason. You know what I mean?
I feel like most people go, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
I went golf with Manson just to have the fucking story.
Hell yeah.
Get in his ear. Find out what he's thinking.
See how he golfs without a club. Just using his forehead.
He just head busted into the hole.
You got a big weekend planned, Kim?
I don't have a big weekend.
I'm going to be at the stand all weekend this weekend. God damn it, you're all invited to come to the stand. I'll be out there with I call Ronnie B's List of Killers. I put this show together. It's myself. It's me, Ari Shafir, Ben Bailey, Big J. Okerson.
Chris
No!
What are you?
Hey, Junior!
Stuttering prick, you! Look at him! Dance, motherfucker!
Fuck! Fucking Italian name, like I fucking...
Yeah.
Chris loves when someone else is getting laughed at so much. I looked at him first and the joy. Yeah, it's not
Does
me.
spicy chicken get to you too?
Oh, yeah.
You down it off a little bit?
Yeah, yeah.
Both you and Spencer were sweating up from that spice. Did you get some more spicy chicken?
I had half a piece.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
No more for you? Chris went in a little light on how much you ordered.
Well, there's one more, but I think I'm done.
Yeah?
Yep.
You sure?
Plus, I'm trying to lose some weight, but...
Why, man? You look fantastic.
It's good for you. It's chicken.
Yeah, but still, I'm trying to...
All right.
I'm gaining some weight. I'm weighing like 200. Plus, you know how when you're in college, people get the fresh and 15?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was like for me.
Yeah. You gained 15 pounds?
Yeah. It's not easy.
What are you eating up there?
Depends, on like weekend nights, we usually order in from wings. We usually order wings.
Mm. Are you and your buddies?
Yep.
You got good friends?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Are they your ride or die? You ride with them forever?
Yep.
Who's HOH?
What are you talking about, Chris?
You can't hear ride or die without thinking of Big Brother.
I know. You know something, Chris?
Yeah.
You didn't even plug the fucking chicken place once.
Oh.
All right, here I am. I'm going out to the stand.
Yes.
And all those people that we brought up tonight, even Stutter and Prick's fucking thing, right?
Rich Voss is there tonight.
What a show.
Yeah. Chris DiStefano. So
How do I book a show like this for the weekend?
It's amazing. You go to
do it?
Yeah.
thestandnyc.com for tickets to this show. And
That's going to be such a good show.
You know, my friend Adele is not going to be there. She's in her summer home, her family's summer home.
Oh, right.
In Sicily.
Very
it's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
Summer in Sicily.
And, she said like this, my father never got mad at us for not wearing very much clothes because in Sicily in the summer, you barely wear clothes because it's so hot. I guess they don't have air conditioners there. I'm at the point now, I can't sleep in the heat. Sleeping in the heat is like sleeping with a knife in my neck.
It's impossible.
No different.
Waking up, fucking dirty sweat. It's disgusting.
I sleep like a baby in the cold. Like I have to have the AC going full blast.
Well, you're Canadian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I prefer sleeping a bit warm. But this summer, things changed in my house. We got an AC for the bedroom.
Oh, you finally moved in, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not your call?
Yes, it was not my call.
Jesus Christ, you're living in a goddamn nightmare over there.
But he's very happy. And I can't sleep. It's so cold. I dress for winter now when I go to bed.
Winter was warm. It's starting to sound like you two are heading to a bad spot.
I know. Between the peanut butter, the AC. What do we agree on?
It's always problems. A lot of times, you get married, you don't want to change, right? And then your wife is always like, why are you always bringing dates home? And you're like, you know what I mean? I gotta be me. Peace, dude.
Peace, guys.
But you see, I'm the one who kowtows.
Yeah,
I'm
you
the
are.
one.
Yeah. You fucking
I'm the fucking cook of the house. Meanwhile, I hate when I hear girls who are just like, look, I tell my man that's what I want and that's what I get. And I'm like, yeah, me too. I get that too, all the stuff I want. Everything. I mean, you should see
look at Jen. She broke up with a guy because he burped. That's it.
Oh, my God.
Lower the bar, Jen. You'll have a great life.
Well, I just want to plug these chicken sandwiches since they haven't been plugged yet.
Delaney Chicken. This chicken's from Delaney Chicken, located at Urban Spaces, Vanderbilt Market.
Take your time there, okay? Study.
Yeah.
Study hall.
Stutter Stanley.
Don't you feel like a fucking idiot now?
Delaney Chicken, located at Urban Spaces, Vanderbilt Market, the corner of 45th and Vanderbilt next to Grand Central Station. Thank you to Delaney Chicken.
Thanks, Delaney.
Thanks, Delaney. You got good chicken.
Thanks for the chicken, Del.
Can I tell you something? That might be the best chicken I've ever eaten in my life.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. And I've eaten chicken in all 50 states. Wow. And on 7 continents. That's right, 7. That includes Antarctica.
There's chicken there?
They ship it in.
Have you ever been to Antarctica?
No.
Let me tell you this. You go there?
Yeah.
Bring a coat.
Oh.
Because I just went in a light jacket.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, nobody said anything to me.
Those people are dicks.
I'm like, is it me? Is it fucking freezing? I mean, it's really cold. And I was wearing 2 pairs of socks.
Oh.
You know, I had jeans and a windbreaker.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm going back in the I'm going back inside. I was like, why, man? It's beautiful. Look at these lights. I go, fuck these lights. I'm freezing. You right, Chris?
The smoking, I think, is affecting me.
How?
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm going to be smoking within seconds.
I'll join you.
Huh?
I'll join you.
That just took my relaxation away.
Shit.
You bring the tension with you, brother.
He does.
All right. I know Chris doesn't want to talk about this, but you will get to hear the joke show that we did that we refer to as street jokes. It's up on the iBang. Chris didn't feel like it was recorded enough to his expectations, right?
Yeah, there were a few mics that were not good.
That's not good then.
No, it's not
but
good.
If you'd like to go listen. You will hear Jeffrey Gurian destroy some of the finest comedians in the world. But we want to thank all those people. And this was not a competition. And yet I feel like we all picked Jeffrey at the end.
100%.
God, yes.
Like he knocked it out of the park.
And out of the guys on the show, who do you think did the best telling jokes? Who got the biggest laugh?
I think it was probably Jen.
Jen got a laugh for punching me, and that's not a good laugh.
That was my own laughter. Just when I saw her assault you.
Well, if Jen actually ever hit me hard, her wrist would break because she throws the worst punch in history. You've never been in a fight before?
Snap of the wrist.
Not like a 2 people fight. Like,
yeah,
you know,
so one person fight.
Like it was like, you know, I tried to hit someone, but it wasn't reciprocated, you know. So
They
it wasn't
didn't hit
like
back.
You hit a man is what you're telling me.
What I'm saying.
You hit a man in the face. It's not the same as you fighting another person.
So that's up on the iBang. Anything else we need to plug, Chris?
You'll be the stand tonight, standnyc.com for tickets, and Saturday night. And that's it.
Well, you're saying that's it, but you're not even reading off the list of great fucking comedians that are going to be appearing.
Big J. Okerson.
Here we go.
Ari Shaffir.
You can do this.
Chris DiStefano. Jim Florentine. Rich Voss. Ben Bailey. Hosted by Ron Bennington.
Thank you. And hopefully Ben Bailey will bring Cash Cab with him. He owns it now.
Please, I love that car. And that show.
He's just a fan of the car.
And how about Florentine? You love him at all?
I love that man.
Me too.
Voss?
Hell yeah. How can I not love Rich Voss?
Do we know whether Voss is going to Canada or not?
Not yet.
What are we going to fucking wait for, Chris? I'm trying to figure out my Canadian... Right now, I have a lunch with Paperface and nothing else lined up.
You are pretty booked. You've got that Paperface lunch.
I said to Apatow, hope to see you in Canada. And he was like, you will? I go, when? Lunch? Should we sit down and do lunch?
Sorry, Ron, you have that Paperface lunch. You can't meet up with the Apatow.
Could you please?
I will not cancel the Paperface.
Has anybody here seen Paperface? Heard his back. All right, we got to wrap this up, Chris?
Yes, we do.
When are we going to see everybody again?
Back in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974.